Heyo, and welcome to another NinjaBill and Friends live show. This one's probably going to be kept pretty short. Um, from what I understand, a lot of other people are going live tonight. So originally, I'd planned this show because nobody else was doing live shows, but that is changing, and I um, I don't feel like competing. So there are a lot of other more successful channels than I'm not one. Anyway, some new news is, as you can see here, Toys R Us system has some toys listed coming up, and I'm very interested in. Check that out right there. Got you know, oops, I scrolled right past it. Right past it. Scrolled too fast. Anyway, you got the Generations clones 2-pack coming up. Got Bug Bite, Hubcap, Rotor Storm. That's really nice. That should be really cool. You got Hot House. You got G2 Megatron. Now this is a Voyager. Still really cool, really cool, and that's the original G2 one that they got shown right there. If you're not familiar with it, Skybite, welcome. Crimson Raptors, welcome. And so that's the original G2. I have that one, and one of my favorite toys. But so we can see that right there. That'd be pretty cool. I'm assuming that's going to be a repaint of the Siege Megatron, or maybe possibly the Earthrise Megatron that's coming up. My guess is it's going to be the Earthrise Megatron that'll be repainted in that. I hope so. That mold actually would work better for that. Still, though, I hope for a reissue. Got Exhaust here. You got Roratici, which is Fast Track. Deluxe RC. That's looking pretty good. And of course, you got the more War for Cybertron series here. Got Grease Pit. I don't think I'm familiar with Grease Pit. Thrust. Now that would be nice. That would be nice right there. Thrust is my favorite of the Coneheads, so that would be cool right there. Very cool. Got a Seeker 2-pack coming out, according to there at Toys R Us. You got SDCC GI Joe and Transformers set. I wonder what that one is. Huh. Interesting. Quintesson Judge. I would like that. Skylinks. Everybody's been taking a look at this, and I may yet do so. I may talk about those again here because that's pretty cool. So moving right on down. Wait a minute, there we go. Maybe it helps if I actually click it. Been a long day, folks. Been a long day. Anyway, so what else is new? Videos. Well, I would love to show those off, but in case there's any other content inside those videos, I don't want to, get ganked for that. So, Kato Bumblebreeze, welcome. I don't know who else is going on live tonight, so this is going to be a really short show. I normally do a NinjaBill and Friends for like 2 hours, but everybody in Kato's chat was saying they were going live tonight, and I am not much of a competitive type person. I don't want to get in the way of others' success, so this one's going to be kept short. Anyway, you know what? I may play one of these just for the heck of it. Whoop, jumped ahead, but that's okay. I'm just giving you guys a sampling. I don't want to steal anybody else's content or get in trouble for it. So I'm just, going through here and looking through. This is stuff we've all seen. There we go. So, we can see what was going on there, but those are live right now on Sabertron.com. Pretty cool, man. Those RCs, the Earthrise and the Cyberverse, and the Masterpiece. I mean, 3 RCs in 1 year, guys. In 1 year, 3 different lines, 3 different RCs. I want them all. Barkin Slayer, welcome. So I think that's pretty cool. Once again, I just talked about this. Now, it's not the actual reissue of the G2 Megatron. When I saw this, when I saw G2 Megatron, I thought, right, they're reissuing the original toy. Awesome. But no, no, no. It appears to be a Generation Selects, which means it's either a Siege or a Earthrise repainted Megatron. Still nice, but, you know, it'd be better if we got the reissue of the original toy. That's just my opinion. So, yeah. And apparently you can see the cone heads. Yeah, there's that looks like Dirge maybe right there. That's Dirge's colors anyway. And that may be thrust there. And is this going to be a larger image? That's the thing. Give me a moment. I will pull up that screen here. Let's see. Shall we? Yep, saw those. Pretty cool. I'm not honestly. I'm not really looking for more cassette bots. That's what I have right now is fine. I'm happy with them. I think I'll go back to the thumbnails and look at that for that C or for that box art here. If I can find it. Is that it right there? Oh, nope, that's it right there. And I just clicked on the wrong one. We'll go back. That's it right there. Give us a larger image to look at. Yeah, that looks like ramjet right there. That could be thrust right there. That could be right there. That's ramjet. That might be thrust there. I'm not sure. That could be asteroids too. Chief Geek, welcome. No, and enjoy your food. I won't be on long. Wolftron, digging the new name by the way. Used to be Wolfemus, now it's Wolfatron, and I'm digging it. I won't be on very long, folks. In Cato's show, they were talking about a lot of other people who are going live, so I'm keeping this one really short. I like to support the channel, so it's all good. But anyway, yeah, that looks pretty good. I dig that box art. I'm almost considering, if I get this guy, I'm almost considering keeping this box because I do really like this box art. Looks really good. Really good. I still want these guys. It is. I'm loving it. I could have sworn in your show, Cato, that ACP said he was going to be live. I think the Deluxe, didn't he say he was going to be doing a live thing? So, you know. Well, I could have sworn they said they were going live too, and I was like, oh, okay. I'll show them the love. I'll give them the time they need. That's just so cool. Every time I look, I wish it was sitting on my desk right now. Right now. Of course, that said, everybody else is saying the same thing. They wish this was sitting on their desk right now. Because that does look cool. That does look cool. But I'm telling you, I'm digging it. I'm a big fan of them. We saw a lot of these other images too. Last couple of days, everybody's covered. Look at that double dealer. Look at that double dealer. I dig it. I dig it. That's pretty cool. We got a little bit of the quint going on right here. That is just so nice. That's the same image. Oh, here we go. Scorponok's back end. Who doesn't love scorpion butt? That's pretty dope. I'm telling you guys. I want every quintesson from every line. I got, there are a lot of people who complain about the Cyberverse line. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. I want them all because there's so many different types of quintessons. So it would be nice to have not only the Cyberverse ones, but the Earthrise ones as well as the Alicons and Sharkticons. Get them. I encourage people buy from both lines because that way you have many different types. You can army build that way from from two different lines. It makes it so much easier, especially considering some of the Cyberverse lines are cheaper in retail than the Earthrise lines. So it's a way to go. It's something else you can do. Welcome input. So are you guys sure nobody else is going? Because I could have sworn there was a couple of people who said they were going live tonight. So that's why I said this was going to be a really short show. Think you can see the price in Larkin's video. Night, Wolftron said. Most likely 80 like Jetfire was. Oh, for the price for the Skylinks? Yeah. I agree. That's probably going to be about the price. Again, those Scorponok's butt. Because we enjoy looking at his anus. Oh, there we go. There's the his alt mode, so to speak. The cage or tower or whatever it is. I think it's all really, really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Welcome, Green. Okay, well, I'll put this out there for Cato, Input, and Crimson. If you'd like to join, we can talk about what I'm looking at here. If y'all haven't seen Cyberverse, definitely go watch it. Well, yeah, Green, I'm up to episode 20. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm not saying any more than that because I don't want to spoil it for anybody else. So, don't want to spoil it. I will say that, no, that'd be spoiling it. I can't say anything about it. Other than you're going to see some new characters, which is always cool. We've already seen the toys for some of those characters. Yes, Green, it is. Let's see. Wednesday, I watched episodes 1 through 8, 1 through 5. Thursday, I watched 5 through 10, and then yesterday I watched 11 through 20. So I'm quite enjoying Cyberverse. I'm quite enjoying it. Yes, the new. I'm enjoying and episodes. I believe it's 18 and 19, or maybe it's 19 and 20. They introduced 2 new characters. So with backstories on those characters. So I'm not going to say any more than that. I'm really not. Next week's episodes 21, 26, meaning the season will be over. Yep. Pretty cool stuff. So where were we? Yes, we were looking at the Quintesson. Pretty cool. There's a nice double dealer. There's Scorponok. There's Alicon. I don't know who that Cobra is. See if I can enlarge this picture, get it even larger. Nope, I can't. Can I? No. No. Nope. Nope. Can't make it any bigger. But anyway, there is a Cobra Micromaster. Now I wonder if there's a larger image of that somewhere around here. I'm hoping so. There's a Alicon looking pretty dope. The Snapdragon in the background. No, I am not input. I am watching it on Facebook watch parties. And yes, I watched the Siege trailer yesterday. Then Input showed it again on Tales from Teletran last night. Input and the other co-hosts. So it breaks the curse of the TF shows never getting a 4 seasons. Rescue Bots and sort of RID 2015 have broken that curse. Okay, yeah. But yeah, I did as well. Input once again to answer your question. I am actually watching it on a Facebook watch party. Looks like we have somebody in. There we go. Welcome, Crimson.
What's up, NinjaBill?
Not much. Just talking about the Cyberverse television show, and I'm hoping it does go for 4 seasons as well. Hell, more than that, because I'm really enjoying it. Thor's stop
Other
motion.
than the trailer, I haven't watched any of the episodes. So, but you've been watching them on Facebook or something?
Yeah, Facebook watch parties.
Is it showing up on Cartoon Network? Is that where the show normally is?
I don't know, to be honest. I just know I've been watching it on a Facebook watch party, and there are individuals who posted every episode on Facebook already. So
that's right. Didn't you say it was like Korean or something like that? But it was in English language.
Yeah, I will show you. I will show you episode 1 of season 3, a bit of it, not all of it, because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But give me a moment here, and I will show you what that looks like.
Here's what I want to know, because you said you watched all 20 episodes. There's 20 episodes. I watched 20. Okay, so just without spoiling anything, hey Thor's stop motion, do you like it? Is it good?
Yes.
Okay, like all the way to the end. Like it, so does it seem like it ends the series?
No, not really. No,
but it does. That's again, the whole season, right?
Episode 2. I'm only looking up. I've only seen up to episode 20, so I don't know. Beyond that, I don't really know.
Green says there's 26 episodes. Okay, so the series hasn't ended then.
Yeah.
All right.
Just give me a moment here, and I will show everyone a bit of that. A lot of clicking in to find out these watch parties. It takes a lot of work to get to it.
Well, it takes a lot of I'm pretty excited for, I don't know, I'm more excited for Siege, of course, or I guess it's not even called that, it's just the War for Cybertron cartoon. But
yeah.
That only has 6 episodes, and man, we're gonna be some pretty thirsty Transformer fans once Cyberverse and the Netflix show drop. So
oh yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta find out if they're still live. Okay, that one. Okay, so most of them are still live. Let me see if I can find the first one. That's episode 2. There's episode 1. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing right now.
Right.
Just give me a moment, and I will correct that.
Yeah, Kato says that isn't it called Bumblebee Adventures now? I think it's Cyberverse Adventures. It reminded me of the Cybertron Adventures on the Nintendo Wii. That was a dumbed down War for Cybertron video game.
Wait. It's too soon. Too soon. I haven't shared it yet. Too soon. All right. I think I got this.
Well, Thor's you got until June, so you don't have to buy Netflix right now. Although there are some pretty cool stuff on Netflix, I will admit that.
Y'all see that?
It's loading for me. Okay, yeah, I see it. Yeah.
I'm gonna cut off the volume so I don't get any in trouble. Much more than that. Yeah. So you guys can see that, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Cybertron looks awesome.
Yeah. See if I can make that a little bit bigger.
Yeah, when they're small like that on the screen, you don't get it usually because you have other stuff on the screen with it. It's not going to get you a copyright kind of infringement.
There you go.
It's music that does it more than just people speaking or anything like that. Like that's okay there, but if you end up going bigger than that, like the full screen, that's where YouTube's algorithm catches stuff.
But yeah, I think I'll just keep it here for right now. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. It's pretty cool stuff. I don't really care for Cyberverse. Well, you're missing out, Thors. It really is really good series. So it really is. It's a good series. I quite enjoy it, and it's one I strongly recommend people actually watch. Rack and Ruin, Jetfire.
I agree, Thors. That was my opinion before I actually watched the show, and for all intents and purposes, I'm not so much a G1er as I am a Generation 2er, because that's when I learned about Transformers. But I would say I'm a G1er and a Beast Wars fan, and pretty much a lot of the other shows too. So even I like that. So I like Cyberverse, and there's a lot of nods. There's a ton of Easter eggs in it. Particularly, you continue on in season 1. Season 2, it gets even better story-wise. It doesn't seem to drag like it does in the first part of season 1. So definitely, I would give it more of a chance, and at least.
Oh, then you definitely like this season, Thors. You definitely like because it gets dark. It's the darkest season yet.
It was heading that way too. I mean, it's kind of hard to talk without spoilers, right? So.
Yeah, there you go. But it gets and I found myself I found that I couldn't wait until the next episode. I was like, okay, next one. Where's the next one? Darn it!
I'm wondering if you mentioned that because it did seem like it's because they're trying to get the show to grow with the audience, right? As the audience grows, I mean, they're trying to get the show to grow with the audience. So I'm wondering if by getting toward these darker stories to get deeper into the lore that of Transformer Easter eggs and things like that, that maybe they're getting these kids could go watch War for Cybertron and still be okay with it. The
Transformers die in this series. I mean, literally just die. Dead, gone forever, die, gone.
Yep.
And this is people say this is a kids' television show. Yeah, well, people die in this show. People, bots, whatever you want to call them, they're dead. They're gone. Kaputs, and that's it. There's no coming back.
We didn't have that, like in Generation 1. Like you had like the episode where Jetfire or Skyfire shows up and they think that he's dead because he's entombed in ice. Well, then they just jackhammer him out and he's back to life. But nobody else really dies in the show until the movie. Not even like Decepticran. I mean, you have some of Megatron's army and clones and stuff, they get blown up, but not a lot of the actual like robots with personalities.
Let's look at that Perceptor for a minute. He looks pretty good. Let's go back here a bit. Look at him. That's a pretty cool looking Perceptor, I gotta admit.
He's got kind
of.
Now
I don't know what is up with that. I don't know what is up with that eye. the way it is. The G1 was never like that. So that must be something new or something from a comic book or something. I'm not following it. Like this. Like, what the hell is that? How is he doing that? That was never in the G1 series. He could never do that. So this is something new. See that?
Well, I think it's an IDW thing because he doesn't he, I thought he loses an eye in like battling Decepticons, and he's like a super fighter or something. I wish I'd read more of those comics. Yeah, I see input says the eye is from IDW.
Oh, okay. Lord Starscream, welcome. You see, I don't know nothing about the IDW. You know how I feel about that. I've talked about it.
Yeah, I feel real like old when people talk about IDW, and I'm like, oh man, I probably I tried to block that stuff because the stories in it were terrible, but I didn't get into it until until before Phase 2, which apparently Phase 2 is the one that everybody likes. So, I mean, I read All Hail Megatron. I guess I wasn't paying attention. People love that story too. I didn't care for it. So
input says here he became a wrecker sniper. The eye is for targeting. Okay, I guess that makes sense. IDW, clever, Kato. Clever.
If anybody's in here, if they have did anybody ever get the Humble Bumble or Humble Bundle of the Transformers comic series? Because that actually was. See, I missed out on it, and I'm curious as to if anybody else in the chat or anybody that watches this later that has access to that, reach out to me and stuff, because I'm really curious as to if that, how was that reading that digitally? So I think that you can read it on Comixology, but it was like $14 or $15 for basically like $200 or $300 worth of comic books and trade paperbacks. But it was all digital though, so that was the caveat.
Man, since when did Perceptor become such a badass? He was their supreme scientist, for crying out loud. Oh, I guess he wasn't such a badass after all.
Maybe Braun taught him a couple of things.
Apparently. You guys must read Regeneration 1. That Regeneration 1, isn't that
that's a continuation after the first volume of Marvel Comics.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I thought. The Generation 2 comic. Yep. Like the Machine Wars era.
No. So the original Marvel Comics was that went up to issue 80 and then it stopped, and that was around the 91, right before Generation 2. So Regeneration 1 continues Simon Furman's story from the issue 80 and beyond.
Yeah, the Generation 2 comics.
Not Generation 2. It bridges the gap.
I thought you were talking about the G2 comics, because
the G2 comics just had the 12 or so, and those are kind of like a separate thing. I guess I haven't read Regeneration 1, but I'm wondering if he leads up to Generation 2, but I don't know if anybody in the chat knows that. But I collected them all, but I read a couple of issues, couldn't stand the art, even though it was the same artist from back then, and I just couldn't get back into it. But I have them all, so. But it's Andrew Wildman, I think, does, or Guido Guide or somebody. Guido, I mean.
There's Cheetor. I like this representation of Cheetor, though. He's not the Cheetor everyone thinks from Beast Wars. He's not. He is, but his characterization, it's not. It's not that Cheetor. It is Cheetor, just not that Cheetor. And yes, he carries the Allspark around as a backpack. Why? I don't know. I do know, but I don't want to spoil anything.
See, Input knows all this stuff. You should get in here.
Grimlock. He's one of my favorite characters on this series, actually. I quite enjoy him. RC, love RC in this series. She's a badass. There's Drift. I would love to talk about him, but again, spoilers.
I gotta say, it was really cool seeing like Hot Rod and Cheetor and Bumblebee all talking to each other. Just like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like they're each one are the Bumblebees of their own respective seasons and
Chromia,
series.
Laserbeak, and Soundwave. You actually see, no, I almost spoiled it, darn it. It's hard not to, since I've seen, up to episode 20. It's hard not to spoil it, for Shockwave.
Is
Who doesn't love
Chromia
Shockwave?
Soundwave's hand, or is he leading her as a prisoner?
Leading her as a prisoner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
she had
that's even
like stasis cuffs on, or
Oh,
whatever
okay.
those. Night Horse. And so ends the Autobots forever, as we see. Oh no, Chromia, you're responsible for the death of every Autobot ever. No nose. Oh noes.
So I guess the next 19 episodes is Chromia in prison. Is that what we see?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that.
it's like that show Prison Break that was way back when, but with Transformers.
Oh yeah, I'm really enjoying. I don't want to spoil it more. I wish I could talk about what I've seen. Sun Dun Dun. Yes.
Once it comes up on Netflix, then that's when we'll kind of we'll get more people in on it, because they'll be able to see it all at the same time, or YouTube, because they'll release them out from time to time.
Chromia sucks. Ooh, contentious, aren't we? Input. Chromia sucks.
Now, Input, don't get this Chromia confused with the one in that terrible IDW Bold New Era Siege comic. Don't get that one. Because she's not very good in that one either.
Yeah, I'm I would have loved to have the Generations version. I would have loved to find, the motorcycle form that she has here in this series. I would have loved to found that. I never did, but I hear it was a really good toy. So, is what it is. Yeah. It's great. I'm digging it, and I highly suggest, as people saw, it's a good series. It's a great series, and that I'm really, really enjoying it. And just because, what the hey, here's another one. Because I'm NinjaBill, and I like to be nice to folks. There you go. Can't have the explosions. Nobody can copyright me for explosions, right? I hope.
Only Michael Bay.
Please don't be listening.
Yeah, we both thought the same thing.
Except Michael Bay, because explosions. How that? No, I better not do that either. I could get people were talking about how he made his money with The Rock, and not the actor, former wrestler, I guess, but the movie. There's Megatron. He looks pretty good there. I gotta admit, he looks pretty good.
But the face, is really, it's very strange looking.
How so?
It's I don't know if it's because of he's still got the bucket head, right? But I don't know if it's the Jay Leno chin that throws me off on it, or the giant eyes, because G1 Megatron has very thin eyes, because that means they're, like in the Japanese artist, would mean that if they have thin eyes, they're very cold or very mean people. But it's not. I don't know. It just throws me off when I see that head. Like the Earthrise Megatron has a very Cyberverse looking Megatron head. Mm-hmm. It's definitely, at least on the render, it's a different head sculpt. On the prototype they showed in the display,
what channel is airing on? Whatever channel that is, I guess that's where it's airing on.
On the Funko Pop channel?
I don't know. We're watching it here, so hey. Well, his eyes or squinty, except for they're expressive, like more expressive than the G1 series was anyway. And I don't mind that, honestly. I don't mind expressive. I don't mind that at all. Teletran X. See, I don't mind how he looks here. I don't mind how he looks here. I don't mind it at all.
I'm wondering if let me look at my Megatron, because I'm wondering if that might be what it is.
What, where, who, what?
So I'm looking at the Siege Megatron because that's very, very G1. He doesn't have that little goatee thing there on the bottom of his chin, and his chin's a little more kind of rounded at the sides on the bottom. It's not. I mean, I know the style of Cyberverse has its own, but it's not a square chin. But I still think it's the eyes though, because they got the dark eyebrows.
Yep.
So they got that as a Megatron-esque trait.
Yeah, I at first I wasn't a big fan of Prime's, without the mask here, how it looks in this series, but you get used to it. I don't know how else to say it. Is you just get used to it. Now when he does have the battle mask up, that's it's a very dark gray color, like where his chin is there. It's that color, so it's okay. I think this is a pretty cool idea too. Having lots of little shuttles and whatnot, and little fighters that they use in this series because they do use them, and that's pretty cool.
Hey, this says Pop TV is a American paid television channel that is owned by Viacom CBS.
Huh. Later input. Have a good one.
Adios input.
Yeah, I mean, I like his face. I like it, but I can see what you like this bit right here, sort of like a goatee. I can see what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what's thrown it off. Yeah. But I love that this Megatron really beat the crap out of Starscream.
They all got 3 fingers. I didn't notice that till now. But even Megatron only has 3 fingers.
It's an animation thing, yeah. Because that's why in Beast Wars, if you notice, a lot of them don't have 5 fingers. Like they all have 4 because if they add one more, it adds a lot more polygon and rendering time on them.
So Ironhide for a bit there.
I think Animated was the same way as well.
Yeah, I didn't notice it until right then. I was like, wait a minute, they got 3 fingers, not 5, but 4 total with 3 fingers, 1 thumb. Now that's the Cyberverse's take on Obsidian that you saw there for a second. I forget what they're calling her now, but that's their take on Obsidian, and it's pretty cool. I'm digging it.
Wait, Obsidian or Striker?
Obsidian.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Striker? No, you're right. Striker. Obsidian was the helicopter. Striker was the big APC-like thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's their version of Striker.
I've been kind of surprised that we've been seeing, even in the Siege comic for IDW, we see Striker and Lockdown and stuff. I love how they're kind of blending everybody into these series. Like they're pulling people from other universes into kind of not so much an aligned, but so much of as like a combined universe.
Oh yeah, I'm digging it too. Sort of the unified thing. There goes some Coneheads. Crash. That was a Dirge there. I can't see who that was. It's like Ramjet right there. Whoosh. And that looked like Blitzwing for a second. No, that's Dirge. Jetfire giving thrust a pounding. Yeah, don't spoil it, Green.
He's got his little Macross missiles firing everywhere.
Look at that. RC riding the King Grimlock. She was. Yeah, there she is. Striker. You don't keep a good Grimlock down. Cup. That's Cup, all right.
Do you see Striker a lot? Because I'm wondering if they'll make a toy of her.
Yeah, you do. There's Whirl. You see him a lot too. So I'm hoping we get a Whirl toy and a Cup.
Well, I know we have a one-step changer for Whirl, but I don't know if we've got a bigger figure for him yet. He looks so goofy. I mean, I like Whirl, but he is a goofy-looking robot.
I miss the RID version of Skybite. I really do. RC, braver than most, I'll tell you what. No, I wanted to see your pummeling more.
I think we've only seen one figure of Skybite, or two, like the small little one that had like the armor stuff you could put on him.
Yeah.
And then there a one-step changer.
I don't know why they made it in the series. Like every time he activates his sound powers or what, he's got to stomp first. I don't get that, but you'll see it throughout all the seasons that features him. He does this stomp thing first. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it.
I think it's a nod to that Transformers Devastation video game, because they all the characters did that for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, you could be right. Good. So much for Soundwave. Wheeljack getting his tokas handed to him. Dead end, I think. I know they featured a couple of Stunticons already in the series.
And I think we've seen Dragstrip before too.
Yeah, one-step changer as well. Green says. Laserbeak.
Is this the first time we've seen Laserbeak?
Yep. Now, I don't want to spoil anything, but it actually does go into his origin.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. There's Prowl.
I'll tell you what. If they make a Shadow Striker in the deluxe size with the type of articulation they're doing in deluxe, I will 100% buy her, because nice. I do like her character, and I would like to have a better articulated version than her, because that one that has no knees, I don't care for that.
Yeah, they made like 2 of her already, or 3 of her toys, and I haven't picked up one of them because I'm just not.
I did pick up my. Oh no! Yeah, go ahead, NinjaBill.
I was just answering Green there.
I was going to say that I picked up that Transformers Cyberverse Prowl with the little Cosmic Patrol armor, because we're doing that custom contest that's ending at the end of this month with Larkin. But I did pick up a Transformers Cyberverse Alpha Tryon and the the Ultra Class or whatever. And the only reason I picked it up was because it was $5 at a Marshall's. And nice. I felt like $5 is okay for that figure, rather than the $20 they wanted at retail.
Nice. There you go. That's pretty much all I was going to show for those. But still, I mean, people can get the idea that season 3 is really, really good. Highly recommend it. And Wait a minute. What custom contest? Am I forgetting a contest?
Yeah, we were. It was. Oh, you know what? It wasn't. I don't think Larkin ever made a video about it. It was only in the Discord. Um, Basically, what it was, we were taking the Transformers Cyberverse, Power of the Spark, Prowl, and Cosmic Patrol. It's like $8 or $9 on Amazon, and you customize it however you want, but you don't post any work in progress photos, nothing. And then at the end of the month, we can all post a video showing what we had done and how different everybody customizes it.
Huh.
So,
Oh, I think I remember somebody talking about that. Yeah. I really should. I finally said
you
yes.
got time.
I'll get it. I finally said yes. I'll get an Instagram. I got the Instagram. I think I have a Discord account. I'm pretty sure I do. I just never, it's like my Twitter. I barely use it.
Well, the Discord's like really cool for like promoting and stuff because there's so many other YouTubers in there. I don't see you as NinjaBill on the Discord, so I don't think you're in Larkins.
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. Let me go to their site real quick.
Yeah, you got to go to one of Larkin's videos and then click on the Discord link, and that's the invite to get in there. But you got to be an adult. So.
Yeah. I am pretty sure I am a member. I am a member.
I remembered we were live streaming, so I had to make that very clear. Otherwise, they'll get kicked out if you're not.
Okay, let's see here. I got to remember which email address I used. That's a difficult thing because I got a lot of dummy accounts I use to sign up for stuff sometimes. Keeps the riprap and the all the garbage email out.
Yeah, I just sent you an email as well, but you don't have to talk about it on air.
Yeah.
You can reply to it later.
Oh, what do you know? I am not a robot.
Well, where's everybody else at?
I don't know.
We got Green and Wolf
I could have sworn other people said that they were going live too, and I was like, okay, well then maybe I won't.
Well, like Deluxe and I were kidding. I didn't see you at ACP if he said he was going live. Nobody's live right now. I'm just not checking. Well, at least not anybody that I subscribe to. I guess I should clarify that. But I don't think anybody. TF Angie was in here earlier. He may be going live, but he usually I think he usually starts like around 10 o'clock our time and Central Time, like way later, or 11, because of like his family taking care of his grandma and stuff. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure because I could have sworn I saw a whole bunch of people saying, yeah, they were going live, and I was like, okay, so maybe no NinjaBill and Friends show tonight. Cause
we were mostly just kidding. It's kind of what was going on. So.
Yep, I gotta check.
Because I didn't know Kato was actually live because he had just had a premiere, and then we went over to the Collector 75 and was hanging out there, and then he had a premiere. Or what it looked like to me was another premiere set for 6:30 Central, and then it was at around the same time that Graham was on, and so Kato swapped over to there. But I thought it was another pre-recorded. So then he mentioned something about the chat that Larkin said, and I was like, "Whoa!" He responded to Larkin. Is this live? I was just sitting there just watching.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Give me a moment here. It's asking me if I'm a bot or not.
Green says NinjaBill and like 3 friends.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's just I think it's just, yeah, that's all that's in here right now. Oh, but look at that like button's been hit 3 times. So
Yeah. Well, one of the, it's I've been debating whether to actually to I don't know, close my channel because I've got no new content coming up. I had some older videos I could publish, but they're much older toys. I'm talking from way back when, of other lines. And well, to be quite honest, people don't want to watch old; they want to watch new.
that's not true. That's not true at all. Look at Patriot Prime. I mean, he started out just doing just Generation 1, and then he got into some toy hacks and stuff, so he kind of got in a little niche kind of market there of viewing, but he's shot above everybody. He's above Deluxe, he's above Larkin. I mean, he's on his way up. So that's not true that they're only watching the old stuff, the new stuff, because the problem is that with the new stuff, there's too much competition, right? So everybody's putting out Earthrise everything right now.
Yeah.
And it's not always about being the first one. It's about having, personally, I think it's about having the best information and coverage in there that you can try to cram into within 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Because if your review is going to be 20 or 30 or 40 or 60 minutes long, people aren't going to sit there and watch it, right?
Yeah.
But if your review is going to be pretty concise, right?
Yeah, that's why I always try to keep mine under 20 minutes. 20 minutes or less.
Right.
I've always, I've had a few longer than that, but when I first started it, but then I learned what to talk about and what not, and what to cut out, and whatnot. And so I've always tried to keep them short, anywhere from a few minutes to 20 minutes, somewhere in there. I always try to keep them in there, and it's worked for me for a while now. But my viewership has just absolutely dropped. Absolutely dropped. I mean, when I checked a week or so ago, I had a 50% drop in my viewership. I'm talking about not only my viewership, but my likes, my comments. It's just, and a lot of that happened because a lot of my family's kids also watched my reviews. And because they can't watch it anymore, that dropped. That adds to it. That added to it. Yep. So, and I was like, dang, man. And like I said, I've got no new content coming. I just have nothing. I have nothing from the Siege line and nothing from the Earthrise line. I really got nothing new to review. So, and that I think is actually hurt me a little bit because people do want to watch new. And like you said, everybody else is doing it. I'm not trying to be the first with something. It's just I have nothing new to show. So, and people like to watch what's new. It's just the way they are. If people see a video come out with the latest figures, they're going to want to watch it. Doesn't matter really who's first, although, a lot of people think so. It's just that that figure is up there as content to watch. And that's what I'm missing right now. Is what it is. But that's why I started doing much more of the live shows to bring that content in, even though now I went from doing, 3 or 4 videos a week now to doing 1 live show a week, maybe 2 live shows a week. So that also helped contribute to my loss of viewership, is because I have not putting out as much content as I used to. And okay, I do have a Discord account. It is NinjaBill in Discord. I just signed in. I do have one. It's been years. Last time I was in here was must have been a long time ago. When did I sign up for this? Wow, yeah, a while ago. Like 2 years ago, and I haven't used it since.
See, I'm not like an admin or nothing, so I can't invite you to the Discord, the TF Tubers. So you'll have to go to NinjaBill's, or not NinjaBill's. I'm sorry. Oh wait, no, maybe I can.
Oh, and I just seen your email here too.
Maybe I have to find you. Well, nope. Still won't let me find it. I tried NinjaBill, but it doesn't come up to anything. Well, I would just go click on one of Larkin's videos, just click on the Discord link, and that'll take you to it. So that way you join in with all of us.
Click on friends here. Direct messages, no, nothing. Well, let's see here. Maybe
So Green has some interesting conversation is there. So like he says that's why he loves Jobby the Hong and Thu Adams. Their reviews are short and very funny because they have personality. So then he also mentions Imgo has a lot of personality. So, but Imgo's videos are very long. They're Imgo is more of like kind of like a showman. I think is more kind of what it is, kind of more of an entertainer, and he likes doing that kind of stuff. Thu is very much like bam, bam, check this out, bam, bam, this is awesome, right? Jobby the Hong also is more entertainer, right? So all three of them are not so much like normal in the sense of, at least nowadays, all three of them are not so much reviewers of like, okay, check this articulation out, check this out. They sometimes go over that depending on whether they like that figure or not. But you can tell, like, especially in some other reviewers as well, when they start talking about things like that, they get completely bored. And I know one of the guys I used to, I guess I'm still subscribed to him, but he would do something completely unrelated to Transformers. He would do Gundam model reviews, and he hated doing articulation. And what's funny is that, that's important on a model kit because you're posing it. For me, it was important because I wanted to know what articulation I could get out of it for stop motion animation. But articulation is important. Nobody's standing, having like an Iron Man armory or a Hall of Armor where they're all standing straight up in an A stance. Nobody poses their Gundams like that. They're posing them holding their weapons, or there's been a fight with another one or something like that. So the same thing with Transformers. We don't just pose them all in an A stance. I mean, maybe Master Pieces are like that, so they don't fall over.
I beg to differ. Because
well, but a lot of yours are Generation 1 and Generation 2, right? So, but the Generation 1, the Generations 1, you got them posed, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the more articulation you have, the more posing you'll get out of it, and you'll enjoy displaying that figure. So like I love the Machine Wars, right? And but like Soundwave, Machine Wars Soundwave, he can't move. I mean, his feet, like, they're stationary. They flip out one way. So I would. I mean, I don't.
I'm not finding anybody through the Discord. Not anybody. I keep typing in people's channel names, and I'm not getting
No,
it.
it's not. Yeah, I'm not able to find you in there either. So, did you click on Larkin's link though in his channel, one of his channel descriptions?
Oh no, I'll have to go there and do that. I'll have to add my Discord and my channel in my about section as well as my Twitter, as well as my Instagram.
No, I mean it's not in his about section. You got to click on a video. It's in a description of one of those most recent videos. Sorry. Yeah, I said that wrong. I'm sorry.
Give me a moment. I'm responding to your email.
Okay.
There we go.
Well, so you haven't reviewed everything you own, right?
Oh no.
So you have plenty of things to review, NinjaBill.
Oh yeah.
You'll probably never run out of it. It just depends on whether you want to review that or not.
Oh yeah. By the way, I just sent you that response email.
Okay. Cool.
Oh yeah, I have so much. You see, you don't have Facebook, so
right.
Or do you? No, you don't.
No,
but
I don't.
Every single day for the last, I don't know, almost 3 years now, over 2 at least, 2.5 at least. I have 5 days a week anyway. I used to do it every day of the week, and then I broke it down to just stop doing it for 7 and doing it for 5. I show off a different one of my toys as a random Transformer post in several groups, and a lot of my Instagram photos that I have shown lately is a part of those posts. So all the toys you've seen there, pictures of my Instagram, are from those posts, and I do a complete. I'll show you an example real quick. Give me a sec here. Let me log it back into my Facebook and I'll show you what one of those posts looks like for people who don't
All right.
know. And a lot of people love it, and that's where most people see my stuff is through Facebook. I have a much bigger following, I think, there than I actually have on my own channel here, which is sometimes strange, but also sometimes cool if you get
Well,
if you get my.
You mean more of a following on Facebook?
Yeah.
Well, there's more. Okay, so on Facebook specifically, because they record and watch everything that you do on there, right? So they know what you like and they know what others like. So they'll put on there like suggestions, like, hey, you like this on this channel, you'll also like Shinbui, or damn, I can't say it right. NinjaBill.
Yes, Shinobi Biru.
Shinobi
Yes.
Biru.
Yes,
Shinobi Biru. So they'll be like, hey, you'll like Shinobi Biru, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, you like that, you'll like Tales from Teletrain. They'll keep suggesting stuff. That's how people find each other faster, because Facebook already knows what you like. They're suggesting the people for you based on that. That's why, like, when people get on there and they say what high school they went to, where they live at, what their zip code is, and they'll just match you to, oh, well, you must have gone to this, high school, or to that high school, So, or you work at this place. Oh, well, then you'll like this coworker and that coworker in this other department. So that's kind of what they'll do there.
I get that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I think I can pull this up here. Yeah, there you guys can see that, right? Yeah, this is what my random transformer post looks like. So, I'll say today's random transformer. I'll give the date, what the toy is from, its proper name, then I'll actually talk about it, usually an intro sentence or two. In this case, it was a paragraph, another short paragraph describing about it, and then sometimes in there after this paragraph here, I'll include what other differences there were between this and another release of the same thing. But I'll post a bunch of pictures. It's a pictorial review, really. In high definition pictures, as you can see here. So it's all really cool stuff. It's all really cool stuff. Like, again, here's another example. I'll say where.
So if you take the picture, I don't mean to interrupt, NinjaBill, but if you take the pictures, how come you don't have like a, kind of like a little, like a gallery section in the reviews per se?
And these are the galleries. This is the gallery for each one.
No, what I mean is like in your actual like video. Like you just do like a voiceover for that.
Usually in the beginning of my reviews, the pictures, the images you see are usually what I take of the characters. And it's the same thing, same principle, but like this, I'll take these images and use them for the pictorial review. In this case, this is Outback, one of my favorite toys about Outback. Really cool toy. And so it, I mean, I do it in my reviews. I include images from my toy picture galleries that I've taken. Like, for example, see if I can find that Ratchet. Like, everybody in that Ratchet review probably remembers my images of Ratchet, because I've done a lot of them. And the images you saw in there, I actually, in this particular video, I took from my Ratchet galleries, which is some darn weird. So you can see I featured all kinds of other toys in here. Beast Wars toys. There's the Ratchet.
Well,
and all those images in the video, all those images that are in the video are from these galleries right here, if that's what you're meaning.
Well, what about like for example, if you're like thumbnails, like creating your own custom thumbnails, things like that?
I've used images. Well, like my own thumbnail for this is an image I used. You guys can't really see it really well, but it's it's Firestar on top of Inferno, because why not? That was her down there, or Where were you? I just saw you. There you go.
Wait, so you do use custom thumbnails, but they're not like on your reviews. These are custom thumbnails.
Yeah, yeah.
All
That
of
I
them
take
on
my
the
own images.
thumbnail.
This right
Hmm.
here. You mean?
No. Not talking about Facebook. I'm talking about on your actual YouTube channel. Because those
Uh,
look like they're kind of random spots within the video. They don't look like custom thumbnails.
Sometimes
So,
they are. Sometimes they're actual images. It just depends on what I decide to use that day.
hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's something too that gets attention. Not just apparently tags we've kind of discovered are kind of useless in YouTube now.
Yeah, I stopped using them. To be honest, I stopped using them this year. I used to include them all the time, but
Mhm.
they're not as great.
Well, I'm not as convinced that tags don't matter. I know that a lot of people have been saying that, but I'm like, but they're saying like they don't matter. But I was like, well, but then the stuff that I've had tags in gets more views. They may not be people that are just kind of random people, right? So I think they only matter in relation to at least related videos. But what I do see is people putting hashtags within their description, and those seem to be getting more traction for people that I see do that when they put enough tags in their description.
Hmm.
Now, that's crazy because, well, what's the difference between using that in the description and then using it on, within the video, right? Like when we're
Yeah,
uploading it, we put the tags
that's
in
a good
there.
question.
But it's because it gives the audience something to click on that leads them to other videos that have that tag in it. So you'll notice like Input puts on the Tales from Teletran, he puts the hashtags within the description, and that leads
Mhm.
to just those that have that hashtag. So it's kind of like the YouTube has systems in place, but they don't know how to explain to you how to use it. Um,
Uh,
yeah, but
yeah,
also
that makes
titles
sense.
too matter because, like on your Siege Spinister review, all you have on there is, and I'm not, keep in mind, don't let me know if I'm overstepping my boundary or not. But
No, go
I'm
ahead.
just critiquing. I'm helping you out. Is that you just have Siege Deluxe Spinister, but if you were to put, say, Transformers Siege or Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Deluxe Spinister, action figure, then that would be something that when people are typing in, they're typing in Transformers Siege Spinister. They
Hmm.
may not be typing in Deluxe, they may not be typing in War for Cybertron, but they're typing in something that's going to get them to show yours
Yeah.
in the
Well,
search.
it's like I
So
told
that's
people.
another deal too.
It's like I told people before. I suck at self promotion. I suck at it. I willingly admit my suckitude when it comes to self promotion and marketing.
Well, like you have Beast Wars Transmetal 2 Tigerhawk. That's perfect, right? If you
Mhm.
look at the Siege Deluxe Minister, it has 42 views on it right now. The Tigerhawk, has 100 views on it. So people are
What,
finding it
really?
because they're typing in Beast Wars Tigerhawk. But it's missing Transformers from the title. Nobody knows it's Transformers if it's not in the title.
Uh,
You know what I mean? Like if they type
yeah.
in Transformers
Somebody once
Tigerhawk,
told me
but they
that
don't remember what show it came from.
somebody once told me to keep the titles short on your YouTube videos, and so that's why I do it. I keep them short because somebody once told me, "Hey,
So
if you want better views, keep it short." And I was like, okay, you
so
know,
that's not that was true back in the day, right? Because then people would read the whole title. Like say on their phone, if you look at it mobile, they can only see so much of the title, correct?
yep.
So that's that. So maybe you could do Transformers WSC, but honestly, like Transformers Siege Autobot Ratchet, right? So that works, right? But
Mhm.
if you can still add War for Cybertron at the end of it. So that way people see
Mhm.
Transformers Siege Autobot Ratchet, but then the War for Cybertron might be cut off. But if they type in War for Cybertron, anything in the search when they're looking for a video, it's going to show up on there because it has it in the title or in the description, either one. But the title seems to be more important.
Yeah, see, like I said, I just remember what somebody told me once when I first started that, well, keep the title short, keep the description short, uh, um, have a really basic description because people always ignore it anyway. And I was like, oh, okay, good. This is why you don't see a lot of stuff in my descriptions, sometimes is because of, in some videos, most of my videos, as a matter of fact, there's a few that are different, but I keep the descriptions pretty much empty is because I was once told that, look, you keep everything short, keep the video short, keep the title short, keep the description blank, or very, very few words in it, because people don't pay attention to it. I was like,
But that's
okay.
and that's not true anymore, because what's happening is that things are always changing constantly, right? And so it's too hard to keep on track of. But that's why, like, if you subscribe to other people, that you'll see kind of like, that are higher up, right? That are other reviewers. You'll see kind of what they're doing. See, Cato is in here. He says tags definitely work, but your tag should typically be entire phrases. Example: Earthrise Starscream review. Tag and describe your videos in the same way that you would search for something. Yeah. See, so he's explaining kind of what I was saying there as well.
I'm reading that as well. Yeah. I'll pop that up on screen for folks. There you go. Yeah, it's one of those things where I've honestly considered taking a break until I can work on content and whatnot from actually making any content whatsoever. It's just because of I'm just out of ideas. I'm out of ideas. There are a lot of great ideas out there. I'm personally I'm at a point where I'm out of ideas. There's actually what you guys don't see in my video list when you click on videos is probably about 30 older videos. They're all look back reviews of my older toys. There's actually about 30 viewers that people can't videos people can't see because I never published them.
Right.
It's just I've uploaded them, and then somebody told me nobody will watch that. They want to see what's new, and I was like, oh, okay, well then I guess I'll never publish them, and I never did. I never published them because people just said no. I did look back reviews for a while, and then I got a couple of comments that said, stop showing this. We've seen this. Give us the new stuff, and that's why I stopped showing them.
So are those people that still post comment on your video? What I mean, I don't want you to call anybody out or feel like you have to, but
no, those I've never seen them comment since then. It was only on my older toy reviews that they commented on, and then
like more than 6 months ago.
Oh, I'm talking 2 years ago.
Then I would almost be like, don't even worry about those people anymore. That's a 2-year-old comment. You do what you want. It's your channel, NinjaBill.
It was just one of those things where I was trying to get the viewership, so I was taking every comment as constructive. And sure, there was a couple of trolls, but I deleted most of the trolls, who I felt was trolling me, and I've never really let that bother me. But a lot of stuff I just took as constructive criticism and went with it. That's how I built my channel. Constructive criticism.
No, I'm saying so you definitely listen to the people that are subscribed to you, right? Because they're subscribed to you, but you also have to realize they're subscribed. Well, let me rephrase this because it's coming off too hackneyed. So you definitely read what your subscribers ask of you and want from you, but they're also subscribed to you for a reason, right? So they subscribe to you because they want to see the kind of content that you're out. So that you're putting out. So the content that you're doing, they liked, they enjoyed, and then you just continue to refine that till you find your style that you prefer. Like there's everybody kind of does that. I see a little bit differently. At least the top. We'll just say just top reviewers, but it's just like, are you wanting to get to that point? Do you want to be a top reviewer? Do you want to do it for fun? Do you want to do it as a job? Do you want to do it for extra income? There's all kinds of different motivations, right?
I just do it to do it.
It's
because I enjoy my toys. That's
right. And then we hear that when we watch your reviews, NinjaBill, because you're enjoying this figure. You're like, okay, I don't like this part, but I love this part, or like that's what comes across in the reviews. And so if it's continued to be fun, then that's cool. Keep doing that. But if you're wanting to get those views, if you're wanting to get subscribers, and that's important to you, which is totally fine, totally understandable. It's a huge confidence boost, right? Then you got to refine your style. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and you have the editing software. I saw your workspace challenge. You got the editing software to do that.
Oh yeah, I do. My problem is I have never thought of this as being, how can I phrase this? I have never wanted this to be in any way, sort, shape, or form competitive, ever. And the moment it feels like it's being competitive, I stop doing it. And with this channel, I'm talking about this channel, because I love everybody's work, and I hate for even 1 second to think that, holy crap, I'm competing with somebody. This is when I heard somebody else was going live, and I was like, yeah, no, I'll just skip it, because I have never wanted this channel to be competitive with anybody else. I've never wanted to compete with anybody else. I want them to be successful in their own way, because everybody just has awesome content, and maybe that's my own downfall. I don't know. I've never cared. It's for me, it's just about something I do. I do it because I enjoy it. And by the way, welcome to TFA.
Yeah. What's up, TFA?
Hi guys. I just wanted to stop by and say hello to everyone, and maybe in about an hour or so before I go to bed, I wanted to do a live stream video of myself, because I wanted to review a figure of a Transformers character that has been in the limelight recently, thanks to Hasbro revealing that this character is being given a new figure in the Transformers Earthrise line. Okay.
So you're going to do that? You're going to be live on your channel in an hour, you said?
Yeah, in about an hour, give or take. Maybe a little more.
Well, what are your thoughts on our conversation?
On your conversation? Yeah. I think it's important to have fun. And when you do videos on YouTube, you have to be happy to talk about what you're talking about. And that's why my channel is mostly everything about Transformers. I branch out into other things on occasion. A lot of my old videos I took down because I admit I was scared about how YouTube was going to enforce the COPPA law. But in light of everything that's happened in my most recent videos, I made myself a little disclaimer card, so that's how I'm going to introduce my videos from now on. And another reason I deleted a lot of my old videos was because my old introduction addressed everyone, and now I am still addressing everyone, but I'm doing it in a way that YouTube or COPPA hopefully won't come down on me for any reason whatsoever. So, spoiler alert, the Transformers figure I'm going to try and do a live stream review of in a short while is going to be the only action figure I have of Double Dealer. And I just basically want to show off the last figure of Double Dealer that was released by Hasbro, and I want to tell everyone the reason why the Earthrise figure, once it gets released, why it's far superior than the other one. Although...
Spoiler alert, because of the shoulders.
What?
Spoiler alert, because of the crappy shoulders on that mold.
Actually, on my copy of Double Dealer, the shoulders transformed just fine. But I also saw a fix where someone pointed out that one hollowed out space, if you fill it in, then the shoulders transform correctly. And so I did that the moment after I got my copy of that previous figure of Double Dealer. So Double Dealer is always transformed successfully for me, much more so than Blitzwing. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Double Dealer transforms correctly. The problem with me is reason why I said it might take me a while is because I have a long day ahead tomorrow, and so I want to get to bed early. So I don't know how long the live stream is going to last, but I have to move Omega Supreme out of the way because Double Dealer's in a bin of other Transformers figures that I have. Double Dealer, even though it's the only figure of him that I have so far, I haven't had too much attachment to the character, but a few years ago, a few months ago, I meant to say, when it was announced that there was going to be the Mercenaries, a new third faction of Transformers in the War for Cybertron trilogy, then I did some more background information into Double Dealer, and Double Dealer is a much more I don't know how to put it. He's more successful at not choosing one side and not being tied down to one side of the battlefield in the Transformers war. More so than Punch Counterpunch and later Transformers characters such as Sideways from Transformers Armada or Lockdown from Transformers Animated. So Double Dealer is kind of one of the figureheads of Transformers characters who go back and forth between being an Autobot and a Decepticon. And from the images that we got at New York Toy Fair, the upcoming Leader Class Earthrise Double Dealer figure does the exact same thing the Generation 1 figure did, where each of his modes is a different faction. Double Dealer's robot mode is his Autobot mode, his bird mode is his Decepticon mode, and then his missile launching tank mode is his neutral mode. That's when he's transformed into tank mode, that's when Double Dealer is unsure about which side of the battlefield he thinks he needs to be on. And Double Dealer, he basically, well, he always tries to choose which side of the battlefield he thinks is winning. He basically doesn't want to be on the losing side, and that's why he keeps going back and forth between switching sides. So if it looks like the Autobots are winning, he'll transform into robot mode and join the Autobots. If he thinks the Decepticons are winning, he'll transform into bird mode and join the Decepticons. But if the sides are evened out, then he'll transform into tank mode and he'll just wait on the sidelines until the battlefield is ready. And if he gets caught in it, he'll blast whatever enemies try to thwart his survival plans. And hello to Solomist and 44
Yes.
in the live stream chat.
I was going to say hello, Firebite27, and welcome,
Hello.
Firebite27, welcome, Soulmist 44.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So Firebite, why did you say hi to me too, man? I'm just giving him crap. And we all say Soulmist, right? But I'm wondering if it's Soul Mist, like a
It's
soul on a foot. But I want to say it's Soul Mist.
I say Soul Mist.
You say Soul Mist?
Yeah, Soul Mist, because that's exactly how it's spelled.
Oh,
I say Soulmist.
I've never heard of a silent E being in the middle of a word. I always thought it was at the end of it.
well, NinjaBill's just using 2 syllables. I'm using, like, ACP and I, like, we'll use 3, like Soul Mist. So, but I don't think Soul Mist has ever responded to us, whether it's 2 syllables or 3 syllables. He just likes having his name set out. Isn't that right, Soul Mist? You like us bringing attention.
See, you did it again.
Well, yeah, because that's how I read it, right?
But
hey, I'm a dinosaur, man. We didn't have opposable thumbs to. Well, that doesn't have anything to do with writing it down.
Who's that? Is that
I don't know where that joke was going.
Is that the Blitzwing Double Dealer recolor?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the Generations one. Yeah.
Yeah. I skipped on the Blitzwing because I did not like it. I had a friend of mine who picked one up, and he let me. I was actually going to do a review of it on my channel last year, but I just did not dig it at all. I did not dig it. I don't like the way he transforms. I don't like that huge gap he has in his jet mode.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a fan of some of the joints. At least on his, they were super, super loose. And I was like, ugh. And he didn't tab in very well. The turret did not tab in very well. I don't know if it does on the one you're holding there, but on mine, no. Or the one he let me borrow did not tab in together well.
So I'll tell you how much I like that Blitzwing figure for Generations. I bought 2 of them. I watched a review and saw how horrible it was, and I didn't even open up the 2 that I bought.
So what is your thoughts on the mold?
On my thoughts?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't played with them too often. I just said the word played, didn't I? Well,
yes, you did.
Well, it's true. We all play with their toys, man. Their toys, their action figures, their collectibles. We play with everything. We pose them.
So I haven't touched.
As we sit here, this is who I'm playing around with.
I love Slug Slinger. He's my favorite of the Decepticon Target Masters. You gotta love a double nose cone jet.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, as you were saying.
So I have both versions of this mold. I'm not going to be pulling out Blitzwing when I do my live stream in a short while on Double Dealer because, as you guys said, Blitzwing is garbage, and I do admit it. But for Double Dealer, this is the first and only copy of Double Dealer I ever saw. I actually got him at my local Kmart store along with Beast Wars Rhinox, who was his wave mate, and this was the last copy they had. And for all the gripe people have with Blitzwing, Double Dealer Hasbro tightened up some of the joints, so he doesn't feel as loose. He feels a much more solidly built than Blitzwing is. And as I said, I'm going to show it off in my review. It's hard to show it off in the tank mode, but I saw someone post some photos about a fix for the terrible shoulder joint, and someone noticed
terrible is a good way to say that. Terrible. You said it just right. Terrible. It's terrible. It's a terrible toy. Terrible.
I always mumble some of my words when I talk rapidly.
But you pronounced it perfectly. It was terrible.
Okay. Thank you for that. But no, it's really hard to show in tank mode, but I saw someone post some photos showing that the problem with the shoulder joint was I had to open up a tank, but if you look closely right there was an empty gap that the shoulder joint rested on, and so that's why Blitzwing's shoulders weren't worth
Oops, sorry about that.
No problem.
There we go.
Yeah, but yeah, that's why Blitzwing's shoulders, the Blitzwing version of this mold, weren't worth 2 cents in the barrel, because there was the shoulder joint itself actually was resting on an empty space, so that's why the arms didn't plug into place and why the shoulders flopped around everywhere. And so someone pointed out that if you could fill that gap up and make it solid, then the shoulder joint will rest on top of it. And I did that fixed almost instantly after I bought Double Dealer, and I haven't had any problems with him in the years that I've owned him due to that shoulder fix. Now, someone pointed out that they were using the material they use in credit cards. I used that's actually refrigerator magnets, because it was the flattest and sturdiest material I could find that actually stuck to the toy without having to actually apply any glue or tape and damaging the figure. So yeah, refrigerator magnets saved Double Dealer and also Blitzwing, although not as successfully, from having terrible shoulder joints.
And it's still a crappy toy. Now, are you saying that this mold actually holds together better?
Yes, Double Dealer is the superior version of the generation's 30th anniversary Blitzwing mold. This is a case where the new paint with a different head sculpt turned out to be far superior than the original, because they tightened some of the joints that were loose. They loosened the few joints that were tight. And the only real problem I have with Double Dealer is right here on either side of his Autobot logo, moving his cannon out of the way, these two little black pieces right here, they fold up and down shut, and they're really tight. So that's the only real problem I have with Blitzwing, is transforming those two joints, because they form his robot mode pelvis, Elvis, and so you have to transform them by flipping them upward like that when he's in tank mode. But that's the only real problem I have with Double Dealer. Everything else about him fits fine. There's no problem with him holding his laser guns. That's one problem I had with Blitzwing. His black laser gun did not plug into any of the 5mm peg holes on him. The handle for some reason was too small, and it was the opposite case of what everyone's getting with Earthrise Grapple. But
now on that Blitzwing that was loaned to me, my friend actually had put floor polish on it to thicken up the post, and the rifle, worked fine, until that floor polish wore off.
Yeah. But yeah, no, here on Double Dealer, the only modification I had to do was to his shoulders. His weapons are fine, and unlike Blitzwing, the paint on my copy of Blitzwing, some of the paint has scraped off, but a Double Dealer, the paint on his sword is still fine. It's cast in the blue plastic that the hilt is made of, and so the blade of the sword is painted silver. But even here on the back, on Blitzwing, his jet mode tail fins, which become ankle supports for his robot mode feet, they would flop around all over the place. But Double Dealer, for some reason, that ball and socket joint that's holding it in place, it's a lot more firm and sturdier than Blitzwing ever was. So Yes, I can say with all confidence that Double Dealer is the better use of this mold.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, that head on, if you show that head really close, TFN Geek, that is one scary looking head when it's light piped and it has that that light coming through it. He looks very much like a serial killer.
Oh yeah,
like he's definitely a mercenary to mess you up.
yeah. But when I read about the background about Double Dealer, because he doesn't like to be tied down to one side of the battlefield, and he just wants to survive the war to the end. He basically, if I read correctly on Wikipedia, going off what you just said, Crimson Raptors, Double Dealer's kind of a sociopath where he doesn't try to have any emotions at all. Oh,
yeah, that face shows it all.
Yeah, he's just trying to look out for himself.
So is this Ninja Niece?
Yes.
Hello.
One of them. One of them.
One of them? Is it more than one?
One of them.
Mm.
Yes, one of them. I have several nieces.
I have lots of.
So do you? Is it Cadence? Is that how you say your name?
You can call me KK.
Or KK?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was making sure I was saying it right.
I'm the niece that's going to be helping Uncle Bill become more tech savvy with his YouTube channel.
Oh, congrats.
So then what we were talking about earlier then?
Because I'm an idiot when
I didn't say
it comes to self-promotion and marketing. But
So are you going to be his producer?
Yep.
Sure, why not?
I'm going to be his
You'll
manager.
tell NinjaBill exactly what to do, but make all the money.
Isn't that the director's job?
Yeah, producer there. Well, no, I'm more the producer, writer, director. She would be the stage hand and co-writer. I think that's how that works. I don't know. I play by ear.
So is it a case of producer versus production supervisor?
Oh yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just calling film terms.
So KK, were you listening to the conversation NinjaBill and I were having earlier about the
Yes,
about
I
the channel
was.
stuff?
I've been telling him for a while that he needs to upgrade his YouTube channel.
Okay. Because I don't want NinjaBill to stop making content. You don't have to delete your channel. Nobody has to delete their channel, right?
Oh, I would
YouTube
never
will do
delete
that
my
for
channel.
us if they don't like us.
He just
I would never delete my channel because I still need to watch all your guys' content. So I would never delete my channel. Then
Well,
I wouldn't be able to watch your guys' content.
Man, that's what I thought. Hey, Deluxe, welcome. Join in, Deluxe. You know you can.
Yeah, there's a click that link, Deluxe. Click it.
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't think has Deluxe been in one of the NinjaBill live streams.
No, this would be a first if he does.
Yeah, you don't even have to show. You don't even have to show your pantless self.
Yes.
Deluxe. You can just come in here with an icon like the majority of us.
I have never had anybody with as many subscribers or view counts as large as Deluxe. There's a reason he's the big Deluxe.
Well, but that doesn't the subscribers and view counts that it's Deluxe is Mr. Rogers of the Transformers community, and that's why we love him.
He is.
Unless he's in chat.
And he's one of the Fellowship of the Beard. The Fellowship of the Beard there.
I bet you Matt, or I bet you Deluxe could tell us a lot about how to properly or not properly, but like how to come up with ideas for a YouTube channel and make it a little popular, because he came up with some of his stuff. Bobby helped him out with his channel too. So
I watched a few of his bit. Well, I watched many of Deluxe's vids. I watched so many channels. It's hard to keep track, to be honest. Yeah, Deluxe is here. I'm out. No, Kato. No, you can't go anywhere. You're stuck. You're stuck forever. Man,
I mean, just put it on the DVR. Just record that and Talking Dead, and you can watch it tomorrow.
Walking Dead. Fixing to watch The Walking Dead. Can't even make 3K subs, but I still love doing it. So that's why I keep on trucking. You damn right. I respect that. I respect that. Double dealer. I just can't get over that mold. I just cannot get past the Blitzwing mold of that. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm just looking at that and I'm just like.
But you have the Titans Return Blitzwing, don't you?
Oh yeah, I have Titans Return.
Then if you get Generations Double Dealer, then you'll never see it because you know you have a superior Blitzwing.
Well, I have both the Megatron from Titans Return and Blitzwing, which should have been in the first place, but they released Megatron first, whatever. Anyway, the point is I just can't get past the Generations Blitzwing mold in that guy. I mean, yes, it looks better, but I can't get past it. I can't. That is actually a pretty good head sculpt.
It is, and you know what? And it is far superior head sculpt than Blitzwings. And the reason why I say that, and that's the reason, and it made me remember NinjaBill. That's the reason why I hate the Blitzwing version of this mold, and why Double Dealer is the clear winner. I broke Blitzwing's face. So you know how the Thrilling Generations Blitzwing has that flipping face gimmick that the animated version of Blitzwing had?
Yeah.
So come to find out, those 3 faces were masks that spun on a little plastic bar. And so, and that's what flipped them around. And so one day I was trying to flip a face and it caught on the plastic bar and it snapped off. So I basically turned Blitzwing into a headmaster.
You know what's funny? Like, I remember when that figure came out and it had that animated Blitzwing. It was kind of a combination of the both, right? The animated and the Generation 1. Yeah. And I remember how much
this is what they were talking about.
Ire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember how much ire there was for that figure because of that reason, because it was blending together, right?
Yeah.
And yet nowadays, on a Transformer figures kind of starved Transformers fandom, we're far enough away that we have a barricade from the live action Bayverse into a wonderful toy line, Transformers Siege. And everybody loved it. Nobody said they didn't like it. Even people that didn't like the Bayverse bought the Siege Barricade. So it's kind of weird how way back then there was so much ire and angst and stuff for that blending of a figure, and yet something comes out in Transformers Siege and there's no ire for it. It's so different how the community changes over time.
Uh-huh.
You're preaching to the choir there, Crimson. Yeah, because wow, I mean. Caden says she needs to get her mind cleaned. No, that's okay. There's nobody here cleaner than say, well, I guess we're all dirty old men when it comes right down to it.
Man, I can't wait to be a dirty old man.
I'm dirty, but I'm not old.
I'm younger than all of you here, and I know that for a fact.
You do?
Yes, I'm only 17.
You're probably older than some of the people that are in the chat, but you're definitely younger than people that are on the live stream.
Yeah.
But this is probably the youngest person. This one.
Yes.
Hello.
Did you just drop the baby?
I dropped the bottle.
That would have been really bad.
We all heard that. We all heard a ka-thunk, and we were like, "Wait a minute!"
We're like, "Oh no, NinjaBill, we're gonna have to. You're gonna have to not post this video with that sound."
Dropped.
And all we heard was a ka-thunk, and we were like, I was like,
You gotta clarify that real quick.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That was
There's never a dull moment on NinjaBill and Friends.
No.
Yeah. Baby.
He's still alive, I promise. He's eating.
Notice she took the bottle, not the baby.
Says the woman that flipped her video back to an icon. No, they're okay. Seriously.
That's one thing I've been wanting to ask you guys. How do you make your face an icon? You know, if you want to hide yourself.
You just press start and stop cam.
You just do what?
Press start and stop cam. There's a button right next to the mute button.
Yeah,
Okay.
There you go. That's how you do it, Tia Fingy.
Yeah.
So now you gotta add your icon of the Autobot symbol in there.
Yeah.
How do I do that?
Should be.
Yours is on the computer, right?
Yeah, I'm using a laptop.
So you would just upload it before you join the stream.
Okay.
Like when you before you actually join to enter the broadcast, that's where you upload it there, and then then you can click enter the broadcast, and then that way when you come in there with an icon, you can have it turned off.
Okay.
I don't think you can add it once you're in the broadcast.
Alrighty, I'll do that on my on the live stream.
Yes, you can. I just did it.
Okay.
Oh, you can? Oh, cool.
You can do it at any time, actually.
Oh,
I was just
okay,
saying,
then.
you can do that at any time.
Yeah, tell them how to do it.
You go down to where it says your name or like your nickname and press the little edit avatar button and then just choose a photo.
Okay.
Yeah, what she said.
Yeah. There you go. We're all learning something new.
Neuro says, you know it's going to be a good live when as soon as you get into here. TF asks, would you just drop your baby? Neuro. Good stuff. Good stuff, I'm telling you.
Still alive. Okay. Look at your face. Still alive.
Are we sure it's not a zombie?
He's okay.
Are we sure it's not a zombie?
Oh, look at that little baby.
So, did you guys see these Super 7 images yet?
I think the only thing they had was the that 2 foot tall one, isn't it?
No, they had a lot more.
There wasn't another spot.
Check these out. Look at that Skeletor one. There's He-Man, there's Prime, there's Megs. Check those out. They rock.
Okay, I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. Another thud. Wolfitron. Okay, fellas, I'm out. Later, Deluxe. Have a good one.
Adios, Deluxe.
They entered.
Welcome, Darkonin. Oh, I said it right. Darkonin.
Yeah,
Darkonin?
Darkonin. Welcome.
Darkonin. I'm just messing up everybody's names today.
There you go. Check out that Cobra bat. That's pretty sweet. I'm not so sure about that. That Megs is okay. You know, I'm surprised ACP, as soon as that 2 foot tall Optimus Prime, he was like, I'm out. I'm like, really? This one right here. And I'm like, really?
Hi, Carmela.
I mean, he comes with 2 accessories. The Matrix and the rifle is an accessory.
Night. Grandma's still eating dinner, so it's going to be a while before we can get her to bed. Okay.
There we go.
I think we hear. Yeah, maybe mute TFE and Geek.
I did.
Giving out personal information.
Have a conversation that we were not supposed to be a part of.
Right.
There we go.
Yeah, it's a Super 7. Like, okay, so when they first announced them, I was just like, oh, okay, they're just like the same little retro figures we got with like the 4 or 5 points articulation. I'm like, totally not interested. But the artwork on the packaging is really awesome, and it's not all of it is recycled art. It's like art specifically made for those card backs. But I'm not going to spend $17 for a figure just for its art.
Uncle
Is
Bill,
that 3D printed? What?
You will.
I will what?
You'll spend $17 for art.
Hell yeah. not even going to deny it. Not even going to deny it.
They could be 3D printed. That could be, but it's probably I can't remember what the name of it is. Actually, NinjaBill, you might know. Like you know, like the old school like figures, like those vinyl figures, like Godzilla and stuff like that. You know how they're hollow inside?
Oh,
what is that called? What is that called? It's not rotoscoping because that's an old movie effects.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Man, I can't remember what it is either.
Yeah, I know. Check these out though. They're like the old Action Masters.
Yeah.
Check them out.
Right. Yeah, and I thought about getting that Alpha Trion. So
definitely Alpha Trion. NinjaBill.
Yeah.
NinjaBill, please thank Ninja Niece for me unless she's still there. I can't see.
I'm still here.
Thank you so much for showing me about the icon change.
You're welcome.
But I dig him. I dig him. Look at that dirge. It's pretty sweet. Blitzwing. They remind me of the old Action Masters.
There's a lot of Decepticons in this wave, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't Decepticons make a majority of the Action Masters, or did the Autobots still rule that?
I
It
can't
was about
remember.
even. On Action Masters is about even.
Yeah. Now, if Alpha Trion was 10 inches tall, I think that would be a decent sized Alpha Trion figure.
I didn't see the Alpha Trion. Unless I passed it. I probably did. Who knows? I don't know.
I think
No, you
think-
did show it, but it just had the card back or whatnot. But
Oh, okay.
I mean,
off to the side.
no, like the 10 inches would be way too big though. Like that would be almost masterpiece sized because he'd have to be about he'd have to be about Voyager sized.
Yeah.
He would be eye to eye with Optimus Prime.
Yeah. Oh, and that reminds me, guys. Someone pointed out today that they found out that Earthrise Double Dealer is only going to be 7 inches tall. So even though he's a leader class figure, he just might be the same height as this version of Double Dealer.
Well, yeah, because that's what they're doing with these. Because they're including like a Voyager figure with like a whole bunch of accessories, and they're charging leader pricing. It's just.
Did you guys see this cliff jumper? That looks. This one isn't bad.
I did, and I've ordered 2 of them because one of them I'm going to custom into a Bumblebee.
That reminds me of the what was it? The WFC one. Do you guys remember the War for Cybertron clip jumper toy?
I still have that. Yes.
Yeah, it's a cool toy. I do too. Right here, as a matter of fact. I still have that, and it's if they show a better image of it here, yeah, that's great. I'm not interested in that character whatsoever.
See, I could never get that Fall of Cybertron cliff jumper. Like, I would just see Bumblebees and I would see Sideswipe, but I could never get the cliff jumper.
The copy
the Ultimo reminds me of it.
Yeah, the copy I own is the only copy I ever saw of Crimson Raptors. So even out here in California, War for Cybertron cliff jumper wasn't released didn't get wide distribution.
I actually got him. Mine I actually got in Chicago. Was it? No. I think I picked him up in Minneapolis. Yep.
So Wolfatron mentioned something, and it's not necessarily that Hasbro is money hungry. I mean, yes, they want to make money; they're a business, but it's more of offering. More retailers are wanting to have different offerings at different price levels to present to their customers that walk in the door. So they have to abide. But that's why you had Shockwave. Could have easily have been a Voyager, but they had to have extra pieces in order to sell that to retailers that would want to use that to be able to have a different price point than a whole bunch of Voyagers on their shelf.
I just dig this Ultimo, man. Again, it reminds me of the War for Cybertron game, Cliff Jumper, that we were just talking about, that toy. It reminds me of that.
Now, I don't see... Do you see anywhere on there where guns can pop out of it or attach to it? Like, the Siege Prowl or anything like that?
Well, the only weapon accessory it comes with is this right here. This silver bit right here, which plugs over his fist. And I'm imagining that it's probably stored somewhere in here because I don't see anywhere that it could really fit because you could see it slides over the fist. So I'm not really clear.
That's wondering if we could get pop-up guns on it like the Bumblebee, or if they really will make one. But Kato or Darkonin mentions, and Kato's having a conversation with that classic Spider-Man and the Marvel Legends. Totally getting that because I missed out on the Pizza Spidey, the Marvel Legends version, the 6-inch Spider-Man, and I'm totally getting that classic Spidey because I'll finally have a Spider-Man in a 6-inch scale.
Yeah. Pardon me, guys. Congested. I'm just getting over a cold here. So I was looking at some of these. These are some wild ones. These Flame Toys model kits. Check that out. That's a Drift, I believe, or whoever this is.
Yeah, that's Shattered Glass Drift is who that is.
That's Tarn, I believe his name is, from IDW. Yeah.
Can you do a close-up of his face? Yeah, that's Tarn.
Yeah.
I
I
know
don't
you-
like this. This is obviously supposed to be the IDW Star Saber, and I'm not a fan of it. I'm just not a fan of it. I'm not. I'm totally against it. I can't stand it. It's not Star Saber. It's not. You've heard Input and I go on rants and raves
Yeah.
about this piece of shit.
You
Now,
know what
I'm
that
not
looks
saying
like to me is Star Saber in a Halloween costume. He's dressed up as a Gundam.
well,
Pretty
it's not
much.
that. Now let me correct this before anybody gets the wrong impression. Okay, I am not saying that the Flames Toys kit is crap. Okay, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying what IDW did to his character was enough to put me off IDW books. I was done with them at that
Oh
point.
yeah, it was insulting what IDW did to Star Saber.
Absolutely insulting to his character.
There's
They took everything about his character, threw it in the damn dumpster, lit the dumpster on fire, and then ran over it with a damn tank. I'm just, it's horrible what they did, and I was done at that point. I was done with the IDW Transformers comics. I was like, nope.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they pulled a Michael Bay where they brought a character that people knew, but he didn't know what it was, and they just completely changed their personality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
That Megs don't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad. I gotta admit.
Is that
they're so expensive, but even if they weren't expensive, it's still not a style that I like. Like I guess people you'd have to have you'd have to have like a admiration for the IDW designs in order to like these, I would think.
Yeah, this actually reminds me of the Dreamwave sort of stylings here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'm not digging this. Maybe it's because of the way the angle is, but something about his head sculpt there is, I don't know. I wish I could get it.
What puts me off about it is that his ears aren't straight. They angle outwards.
Yeah. I'm sick of venomization of characters and Venom in general. Yeah, I probably. Ooh, this is actually a nice looking Devastator.
I'm just wondering, like the color. I mean, I know they're always prototypes and stuff, but I always wonder, like, why they go with certain color choices, like, because that's off from Generation 1, but it's off from anything else. It's like the purple is so I'm wondering if it's a more of like Studio Ox use different colors, right? And I think that's closer to Studio Ox colors than it is cartoon or toy or anything else like that, because it's more greener when the cartoon was more of a limey color.
Yep. And this purple, it should be more of a darker lavender. Not so bright. Maybe it's just the light too. Now we got to take the light into account of not only of the camera, but the brightness of the camera that's being used, but the light within this area. That could be throwing the colors off too. So,
without red lights are in the reflection of the glass, they are probably the right colors in person, just not over camera or anything else.
So, that hot rod is. What is that Bumblebee? What is that? What is all this here? I don't know what that's.
The those are also the little the same kind of series, because that Bumblebee's out. He's got the little helicopter pack. I don't think that's an IDW thing, but I do know that's a reference to the Dinobot Island where he had a little jetpack. But the hammer is definitely IDW, because for whatever stupid reason, they decided to carry over that Transformers animated hammer stuff from Ultra Magnus and give it as a sign of a leader in IDW.
Deluxe would be all over this one.
I never really thought we needed to have a Thor, kind of Mjolnir in Transformers. It's just so strange.
But we did. I like that Thundercracker. It's the same mold as Starscream, so
Wait, that's Skywarp. Go back, NinjaBill.
Oh, that is Skywarp. Yeah, that is Skywarp. I saw the blue
Yeah.
right down here. I was just quick flash through the images. I was about to click over, and then I saw that blue. I said, "Oh, okay." But no, you're right. This is Skywarp, all right. There's Drift again. Now, if you haven't watched the Cyberverse series, whoops, that was my phone. I forgot to turn off the volume. But in the Cyberverse, his character is a bit different, so be aware of that. If you're watching Cyberverse and a big fan of Drift, you may be disappointed. What is that? Shattered Glass Prime?
Yes.
Right here. Yeah. And there's the Thunderbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Kato says he has high hopes and low expectations.
Oh no. So.
Yeah, I mean, I was never a big fan of this Prime here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest with you. That looks kind of cool.
It's the shoulders that hurt it for me because I like the exhaust pipes on them.
Mm-hmm.
He looks too much like a football player now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It reminds. You know what it reminds me of? This reminds me actually of the Revoltech Optimus Primes and Ultra Magnus. This styling right here. That's what it reminds me of. The Revoltech.
Seeing that chest reminds me more of the Robots in Disguise. The Fire Convoy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me grab my because the Revoltech versions were based on the Dreamwave, and that kind of reminds me of the whole Dreamwave. Not exactly, but I can see some of the styling influences. Let me pull up my camera here, and this is the Revoltech Ultra Magnus, and it kind of has some of the vibes. So I don't know.
Yeah, pulling because those were pulled from Pat Lee's Dreamwave designs of Prime. So
yep.
And Dark Conan. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I was going to say Dark Conan was mentioned. What do we all think of the new Netflix series? And I would say that I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think the voice actors they picked are horrible. I think we needed John Bailey as Optimus Prime. I know we can't get Peter Cullen. He's expensive and he's old, and they're concerned about how long he has left doing. It's very hard to get him to get out to go to a studio and go record lines, but John Bailey could do it.
Now that you say that, Crimson, and boo to you for saying it, because now you're making me trying to imagine a world without Peter Cullen, and damn you to hell.
but we talked about that the on one of the other live streams. But I said, what's going to happen when Peter Cullen does pass away? Like that is going to be the actual day Optimus Prime does die, and that's going to be a sad day.
Oh yeah.
So, but that said, we should have had John Bailey as Optimus Prime. I know they're using the guy, I guess, from the Machinima series, which is fine. They know him. I guess he's cheap. Whatever.
At least he's a better voice actor than Optimus Prime has been in Cyberverse. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I mean that's true too. But also that the Megatron has the Transformers animated Megatron voice to it, and that's hard for me to hear because I see the animated, and that's not how this Megatron looks. Mm-hmm. So that's going to take me getting some used to. I like the Frank Tatar, the one that was in the Combiner Wars. Like I like that Megatron voice. Oh, yeah. He did a really good job, but I don't think that's him. I think it's somebody else.
Yeah,
but that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, as far as what we actually see in the trailer, what's got me most interested in is that where we see Jetfire standing. He's standing amongst the Decepticons. So that means they're going to do one of two things with Jetfire. Either it's going to be just like his first appearance in the G1 cartoon. Was that episode Fire in the Sky?
I believe so, yeah.
The episode intro. Yes. Yeah. So either they're going to do one of two things with Jetfire in the War for Cybertron cartoon. Either it's going to be just like Fire in the Sky and also the Transformers Revenge of the Fallen movie where he starts off as a Decepticon, but then he changes and becomes an Autobot afterwards. Or they're going to find out that Jetfire has been an Autobot all along, and Optimus Prime sent him undercover to do spy work. Those are the two options I think are what those are.
You could be right. I mean, I'll be honest here. It could swing either way. You could be right. So,
yeah.
I'm wondering if they had an introduction with Greg Berger, on the presentation for the Toy Fair, and I'm wondering if he's going to voice Skyfire or Jetfire. I wonder, because it seemed weird for him to introduce anything out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, what I'm wondering is Jetfire going to be called Jetfire all along, or are they going to do a G1 cartoon move on us and have him be called Skyfire when he's with the Decepticons, but then he changes his name to Jetfire when he becomes an Autobot?
I think because of trademark things, they'll have to call him Jetfire.
Yeah, they can't call him Skyfire anymore.
Yeah.
How weird is that the trademarks have reversed from what they were in 1984?
yeah.
Can't call him Jetfire, so we'll call him Skyfire. Fast forward 36 years later, can't call him Skyfire, we have to call him Jetfire now. Amazes me how...
Well, it wasn't a trademark issue back then. It was more of like to not confuse children, because if they had called Skyfire the form, if they had called him Jetfire, then they would go to the store and be like, that's not Jetfire in the store. You know what I mean? So
actually
they had to change the name to do that purpose. So it never had to do anything with trademark or none of that stuff. Now,
Actually,
the recent issue with Siege was due to trademark, because there's a Halo, what is it? One of those little Mega Blocks, Mega Constructs. There's a Halo Mega Constructs that has like Apex armor, Skyfire or something like that, and that's why Hasbro couldn't trademark the name Skyfire, because they have it.
I thought it was due to trademark reasons, because the figure that was used to make Jetfire was owned by Bandai, and Hasbro didn't want to, and Takara Tomy wouldn't allow Jetfire to be released, or Bandai wouldn't allow Jetfire to be sold, so that's why they had to change him Skyfire in the cartoon.
But the name Jetfire could still be used. They could have done that in the cartoon. They didn't, because they changed it to Skyfire to not confuse consumers.
Oh, okay.
Because that's how they worked in the 80s, right? Like if you called something He-Man in the show, and then you go to the store and he's called, Her-Man, it's just like, well, that's not, that confuses children, because they're going to say, hey, get me that Skyfire toy, right? Yeah. And so the parents go to the store, there's no Skyfire toy. Or if they say, hey, give me that Jetfire toy, and then they go get the Jetfire toy, the kid gets it home for Christmas, and he's like, that's not even what he looks like in the show. So that would cause consumer confusion. So that's what happened in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
But Kato was talking about that. But NinjaBill, what about your thoughts about the show?
Which show? The War for Cybertron that they're coming out. I like it. I dig it.
Yeah,
I do. I've watched the trailer twice now, and I like it. I like it a lot. So it's. Kato says that's what I think they're going to do, Dark Conan. So let's see here. They're talking about the Joe images I'm showing you. Look at that Snake Eyes, guys. Yeah. Check out that Snake Eyes. Does he not look dope? Look at that.
I can't say, because I've never been into G.I. Joe, and the reason for that is because the one style of toy my parents wouldn't let me play with was anything
war figures.
The military. Yeah, no warfare. I was able to get Star Wars because that's science fiction. Fiction, but
I'll tell you what, if they make 3 3/4, I'm in. But 6 inches, I'm out.
Wasn't the original G.I. Joe figure 10 inches tall? The one that was.
Well, I think they were like 12-inch tall figures.
Oh, yeah.
But still, I want 3 3/4 because that's what all my Marvel Universe figures are, and my Terminator Salvation figures. So I mean, that's where I keep them all at.
So. Oh, so you want to be able to have that interaction between G.I. Joe and the others?
Yeah. Even Star Wars, like, with the exception of Boba Fett and a couple of Stormtroopers, and looking for a Mandalorian, like, for the Black Series, like, those are the only 6-inch ones, but everything else is 3 3/4, so, or 4 inch.
I'll show you guys something weird. You'll promise you'll laugh at me, right? You promise to laugh at me, right?
All right.
I've got a rare collectible.
Oh, yeah, one of my relatives has that.
The Ken
What
and
is it?
Barbie
I can't see it.
Star Trek. It's the Ken and Barbie Star Trek set.
Yeah,
Oh.
from Star Trek, the original series.
And the original G.I. Joe was about their size. So
Yeah.
that's what made me think of show that off.
Tato says that for 6 inches, he's all in. Zing.
Oh, yeah.
6 inches, I'm all in, huh? Uh-huh. Still, that ain't a bad looking snake eyes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else, NinjaBill.
No, not me. Not me. I won't go there this time. Nope, not me. I swore I'd have at least one clean show, and by golly, this isn't it.
Guys, I don't think I'm gonna live stream after all because I have a long day ahead tomorrow and I want to get to bed. But I'll stay here with you guys as long as you're on, NinjaBill. But I apologize for
if anybody ain't got anything better to do, I'll stay on because I've been sucking down caffeine all day. So that Snake Eyes just looks really good though. That'd be the only character I'd really be interested in getting from G.I. Joe. I
have more knowledge on vehicles than the actual characters.
Yeah.
The only character I have any knowledge on is Cobra Commander, and that's only because in the cartoon series he was voiced by Chris Latta, so his voice sounds almost the same as Starscream's.
I was going to get Scarlet, but she doesn't have any cleavage, and I really wanted cleavage on Scarlet. I wanted her in like a Black Widow outfit, something like that.
So what you're saying is that this isn't doing it for you?
It's not. It's not. I mean, it looks nice and all, but it's just like I'd rather have the Basujo statue than. I mean, this looks too much like the Resolute version of her outfit, actually. So as much as I've never watched I've only watched the first episode of G.I. Joe because I was watching it on Tubi TV, and I've only seen the animated movie. I've not seen any of the live action. I've not seen any other shows, but I certainly look at all of the figures and toys because those are ones that I was going to convert over to, because I have like 75 of them, like crazy amount of G.I. Joes for not even a G.I. Joe fan, but I got them specifically to use for Gundam stop motion animation and for Terminator stop motion animations.
Wait, did I see Will come into the chat?
Yeah,
he Optimus Wilbur.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Will.
He said, "Morning, folks." Hey, Optimus Wilbur.
Will, click the link.
We got autocorrect primers in here too.
Yeah, click that link, gentlemen. Come and join in.
Is KK still here or is she gone?
Well, she had to take care of Junior, so gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay.
Some things are more important than Transformers, unfortunately. I hate to say that, but it's true.
It is. Dark Conan.
Dinosaurs can be more important than Transformers.
Well, yeah, if you're running away from them, definitely.
What about Crimson Raptors?
It's like, oh shit,
is that what those women were doing? No, I'm just kidding.
Crimson Raptors. What's your favorite dinosaur transformer?
Dinosaur transformer?
Yeah, it can be any of them that are some type that turn into a dinosaur. Grimlock, Trypticon, Beast Wars, Dinobot.
Well,
wait, what?
But that's it's conflicting, right? Because there's dinosaurs I like, right? My favorite dinosaur, but then the toy's not very good for it. So, but then it's also like my favorite toy happens to be or my favorite transformer currently happens to be a transformer that's a dinosaur, and that's Killer Punch, the purple Styracosaurus from Beast Wars Neo. But Stegosaurus is my favorite dinosaur. So
mine too.
And that Saberback isn't really all that great of a figure itself.
What about G1 Dinobots specifically, or G1 dinosaur transformers?
Oh, it's totally Snarl. Yeah,
Snarl.
Totally Snarl.
Yeah. Even though Snarl's my favorite, turns into my favorite dinosaur, my favorite Dinobot is still Grimlock.
Yeah, Grimlock's cool, but I mean, I can do his voice really well and everything, but Snarl it's because he transforms into a Stegosaurus, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's really what I mean. Of course, I love Grimlock always, but Snarl so it's conflicting, right? Because Snarl transforms into my favorite dinosaur. So it's like, am I picking him because of favorite Transformer toy or Transformer, or am I picking it because of the dinosaur mode? And I think I'm picking it because of the dinosaur mode. So otherwise, Grimlock. I agree with you, Finky.
See, now I am a bigger Slag fan than I am any. I like Grimlock. He's my second favorite, but Slag for me, or Slug as they have to call him now, because Slag is apparently
he's Slag. No,
huh?
He's gonna be Slag. He's gonna be Slag for us, NinjaBill. Just like Refractor is Reflector.
Yeah. Well, Slag gets his name from the I think it's the noun definition of the word slag, and it's the useless material that's left over from the smelting process of turning iron into steel.
Right.
But it's
molten
derogatory
slag.
Across the pond. It's a derogatory term, so that's why he's not called that anymore. So,
I know, and the word that we use in the United States, similar to that one, is new. Slag's new copyrighted name, Slug. It's only one letter off the word we use in the United States. You just replace the letter G with the letter T.
Darn shame his voice actor passed away, Robert. Darn shame. He was at guest at Anime Iowa for many years. Lord Zed's many years. So darn shame. Got a couple autographs. Awesome guy.
Conan's comment. That's really funny.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We broke Dark Conan. You broke TF Fan Geek.
We broke him.
I'm sorry, I just needed something to laugh at.
Show we broke him. ACP or Optimus Wilbur. I put a link up there if you care to join there.
Yeah, don't be shy. Come into the hot tub with us.
Yeah. Just remember, keep your hands to yourself.
Wait, whose hand was that?
Definitely the Raptors, not mine. I'm a ninja, you wouldn't feel it. Oh man, first image of my favorite of all the Kamen Riders, Forze. Yes. And there's Ghost.
Yeah. The only thing I know about Kamen Rider is the stock footage from VR Troopers and Beetleborgs.
Crap.
Yeah. I haven't done Kamen Rider, so
this is Kamen Rider
or American?
This is Kamen Rider Forze, and
no, it's Japanese. TFN Geek.
Yep.
Okay.
This is Forze base stats. This is Ghost, Kamen Rider Ghost, right here. Pretty cool. Kaigon. Oh, nice. Very nice. I'm digging it. Look at those guys. Whew, sweet. Look at that Zilla. That's the G-Man right there.
Oh. Hey, NinjaBill says or NinjaBill, look backstage.
I want to look backstage, but I can't see anything. Oh, it's just Kato. Who is Mike? That's now.
Oh.
No, don't take that. Kato, I love you to death, man. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
It would be hilarious if you just dropped out,
okay?
Kato, when he said that.
Wait, NinjaBill, did you say you love him to death? Does that mean you're going to give him a bear hug and you're not going to let go?
Well, no, I'd have to let go eventually because he might kick me or something. Look at that Godzilla, man. Look at that. That's awesome.
Guys.
Hey, Kato.
Here I am.
I've only seen...
Oh, yes, that is double. Oh, nice.
I just came in to say I'm not going to join you in live chat. Bye.
Oh, man.
So, Kato, what do you think of this Godzilla stuff coming in?
I love Godzilla. I probably need to collect Godzilla stuff.
This is from Kamen Rider Decade.
That was one of my first loves.
You need to find something that you can battle your Ultraman to, like that kind of
that's
size.
the scary thing.
I still have never seen an entire Godzilla movie from start to finish.
Not even the new one?
Really?
No.
Oh,
Really?
None.
Go watch the Matthew Broderick one. That'll be a good way to ease you in.
Oh God,
That's
no!
not Godzilla. That's not Godzilla. Okay,
Which
that's a
one's
big
that?
freaking lizard what got blowed up by
Don't
missiles.
listen to
Not
Kato.
Godzilla. Not
Wait, what year was
Godzilla.
that released? The one he mentioned.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Don't
The
care.
Godzilla one, is that like 2000? Something like that?
No, the Matthew Broderick one is 1998, but the Godzilla
98.
2000, there is a movie of that. That's the Japanese.
Yeah.
So the Matthew Broderick one did so bad and so terrible that Toho, in order to save their intellectual property of their character Godzilla, they scrambled to make a movie in less than a year and put out Godzilla 2000 just to satisfy
Well,
Japanese
you're
fans.
you're forgetting about a certain movie where Godzilla kicks Zilla's butt in.
Yep, Final Wars, yeah.
Exactly.
But we're talking about, like, I mean, that's how bad that movie was, where they were okay and they ripped the license away from them. They're just like, nope, we're taking it back.
Can't have it.
I've always been more of a Batman fan myself. Oh, the Dark Knight was yeah.
Batman, he's a chump. He's a chump. Batman's a chump. Everybody can beat him. He's never whooped anybody. They always come back because he just doesn't know how to get the job done. Batman's a pussy.
You know, I don't understand why Batman never uses a gun.
I
It's
think
just
I'm
weird.
going
Why
to
doesn't he
die
use a
in a
gun?
fire tomorrow.
I know why.
Because I said that,
I know, I'm
I'm
just
dying in a
kidding.
fire tomorrow.
I know why he doesn't use a gun, Crimson Raptors. Because his parents were killed with one.
I know, I was just kidding. Thank you.
I can never.
I was kidding too about Batman. I love Batman. I love Batman. Don't hurt me. Don't troll me.
It's okay to not like Batman.
I'm starting to troll over you guys.
What do you mean?
It's all
Don't
right.
shh. It's not. Batman's the most bestest superhero ever. Bestest ever. Don't hate me.
I enjoy Batman because I think he would have made a great Marvel character. I think he makes a better Marvel character than a DC character.
What? Explain, because Iron Man is supposed to be Batman, but what do you mean by better Marvel character?
Well, most of DC characters are godlike, right? I mean, they're what Marvel did that DC didn't was DC focused a lot on individual weaknesses, right? Like Superman had kryptonite, Green Lantern, yellow was a weakness. They had physical things that made them weaker for the most part back in the day. That's all changed now.
Yeah.
Like they had specific things that were a weakness. Superman had the red sun, kryptonite, all this kind of stuff. Marvel focused on character flaws, right? So Marvel focused on things like Peter Parker being poor and taking responsibility for everything and all that kind of stuff. And that's kind of more of a Batman type aspect. He's human with a lot of technology and gadgets, and his biggest weakness is more of a character flaw than it is a thing. And his origin being like he wasn't some Greek god or alien that was super powered and showed up on Earth. His origin is a lot more Marvel, like more of a tragic individual than it is a luck of the draw type thing. If that makes sense.
More human people can relate to that, like they do with Marvel heroes.
Yeah, so he's in that aspect. I think he's always made to me, been more of a Marvel-esque type character than a DC type character.
I agree.
Again, that's all changed now.
Makes sense.
They're all
understand
they're all
that.
over the board now.
Yeah.
But originally, that's kind of how that was my take on it anyway.
What do y'all think of King Grimlock here?
Grimlock King.
Not for me.
I'm glad I'm glad it exists in a world where people that do want it can have it.
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty good. Of course, this is just a 3D render we're seeing here.
Yeah.
I do kind of like his Cyberverse character though. The fact that he's he's intelligent in bot mode, and then his origin in Cyberverse is kind of interesting.
Oh yeah. That was a good plot twist they did with Grimlock. I like the way they did that because it gave an excuse that it kind of made his alt mode of a robotic Tyrannosaurus Rex. You weren't asking yourself why did he take that for an alt mode? Because in Generation 1 they just gave it to him, but in Cyberverse the way it was done, it was a full blown explanation for.
Yeah, and
Well, they
he
didn't just
always
give it
he
to
always
him.
existed, right? He always existed. He existed on Cybertron. He was a character the whole time, and it made it to where, okay, he's been here for so long, and he got caught up in stuff, and this all makes sense now, rather than a bunch of Autobots building them and they're being stupid for no reason.
See, now I always preferred the Marvel Comics character intro for the Dinobots. Now, I that's always been my preferred Dinobot history, so this character history. I like the fact that Shockwave arrived on Earth, the Ark sensed them, and then rebuilt broken bots into the Dinobots. Gave them those dinosaur forms. That's always been my preferred. That's all. I know people have their preferences, and mine has always been the Marvel Comics iteration.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you guys something I've been wanting to ask for a while. What do you guys think of what they did to Grimlock in Cyberverse, where in robot mode he speaks fluent English, yet in T-Rex mode he speaks just like Generation 1 Grimlock, where
I think it's great.
In third person and stuff. Almost like he has a dual personality.
I think it's pretty unique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good way to make him not, if he's going to be around so often, it's a good way to make him not annoying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of it's kind of like a nod to like the beast form takes over, like how they did in Beast Wars when they had to get past that maximal programming block. So it's kind of almost a nod to Beast Wars in that sense.
Yeah. You think it might be a nod to the episode Grimlock's New Brain?
Well, I mean, his scientist aspect of it, for sure. Yeah, definitely. But the beast mode, because even in beast mode in the Grimlock's New Brain, he was still super smart with those positive electrons.
Yeah, true.
I
don't know how I remember stuff like that, but I can't remember what I ate this morning.
That's me on a daily basis.
Yeah.
I only remember what I ate today, and everything else is just sort of, loosely, filled in here and there. I love this RC, guys. I'm telling you, the Cyberverse RC is one to get. Even if you don't buy the Cyberverse toys, buy this RC. Buy this RC.
I'm tempted to get her just for the blast effects, because those blast effects look awesome.
Are any of you guys going to
that
get
RC is
ruined?
Go ahead, Cato.
I believe that RC is going to be a Build-A-Figure.
Oh no, Build-A-Figure?
Well,
No.
But wasn't it on the back of the package for the deluxe ones?
Was it? I don't know.
Yeah, because the Mac Adams is a Build-A-Figure.
Yeah, he is.
Adams is the Build-A-Figure. I think that's what he was referring to. Yeah. Still,
wait, is this the Ultra class, or is this the deluxe?
This is the deluxe.
This is the deluxe. Because on Amazon, they uploaded the pre-order for Cyberverse RC, yet they call her Earthrise RC, just like the actual Earthrise RC.
Interesting.
So if you guys want to buy both versions of RC from Amazon, type in Earthrise RC, and both the Earthrise and the Cyberverse version will come up. So someone in Amazon screwed up the names of Cyberverse RC. And I got really confused when I pre-ordered Earthrise RC, and I'm still concerned that I'm accidentally going to get Cyberverse RC instead, because Amazon listed both deluxe class RCs under the same name.
Hey, if you get a Cyberverse RC, be happy with it, because she looks good. She looks good.
Yep. Yeah, you can pre-order that RC. Yeah, it's a standalone figure. You can pre-order it on Target right now for $19.99.
When's Cyberverse RC going to be released? November?
Let's see. Does it say on here? It actually doesn't say on Target. Yes. There it goes. Pre-order available from November 1.
Okay, I thought it was November.
Yep.
And here's Clint Eastwood. If you watch season 3, he makes his appearance there. It'll explain more about him. But yeah, I look at him. Whenever I see this, I think to myself, "There's Clint Eastwood."
Miro,
I still think he looks like Chuck Norris, though.
No, he looks more like Clint Eastwood. Because whenever I look at that, I hear the theme song from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
I will say this about I will say this about season 3. His intro in season 3, he is wearing the Clint Eastwood poncho. Okay, it's there. So it's there. I'm
yeah. Well,
I'm a little bit disappointed that this doesn't quite pull that poncho off. Because it goes over his shoulders and covers up, about just to his knees and whatnot. It's Clint Eastwood, only in robotic form. And the Aldo doesn't look too bad.
What's his name supposed to be?
Wild Wheel.
Wild Wheel?
Yep.
So NinjaBill, are you telling us that we're now complaining about we didn't have removable clothes for our Transformers figures?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm complaining about. That's exactly.
Well,
I want to.
Well, hey, it means they're just even more robots in disguise.
Right?
I like his alt mode.
Yeah.
I do. But yes, I want to strip them down even more than I already do when I'm customizing them.
There's already been more than one Transformers character that's had some type of fabric over them. There was a Scavenger when he was introduced in Transformers Armada. And then in the episode of Transformers Animated when Black Arachnia arrived on Earth, Bulkhead took a fumigation tent for a ghost costume.
So the Transformers.
ACP's here.
What did you say, Kato?
He left.
He said, "I'm here." He's gone.
What, Kato? You.
ACP transformed into or Kato transformed into ACP.
Yes, you got to
Kato
upgrade.
transformed into Larkin.
I transformed into Larkin.
Then he got the bonus points.
You have to play for 7 more hours on a stream in order to go back to life.
What do you think of this meteor fire? He doesn't look at that alt. I just can't get past this alt mode. It's either terrible or it's awesome because it's so terrible. I have yet to decide which.
I can tell you which one.
I think it's so bad. I have to have it because it's that bad.
That's what I'm saying. It's horrible, but you can't take your eyes away from it either because your eyes just slide all over the place trying to look away, but they can't. You're like, oh, wait a minute, what's this over here? Is that his shoulders? Wait, what is going on over here? You can't do nothing about it. You have to look.
Here's what their thought behind this was. They were like, if we can pass off blocks for Soundwave and these octo arms for Shockwave, no way in hell is anybody going to say no. I'm not going to get my kid this toy. Mine looks a lot because those alt modes are also horrible. So, so at least with this one, they threw some color to it. It was like, you know what, we're going to go bad, or we're going to go real bad.
We'll throw in bright yellow and bright blue, call it good. But I just every time I can't. But his robot mode doesn't look too bad. Got a little shiv going on there on off his wrist, on each wrist. That's not too bad. His head sculpt doesn't look too bad either.
Not great though.
Now I haven't been able to determine do they have light up features, or is this just part of the 3D render here that they have light up features? Is that part of the toy? Do you know, ACP?
I do not.
I'm going to assume light piping.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then maybe the heads aren't light pipes, but the chests are. That doesn't make a lot of dang sense. But hey, what do you know? I mean, I say, what do I know? I don't know. Just weird, because they almost all do it too. Like here's Starscream with his Cyclonus ears.
You know what it could be? It could be like the monster bots, or maybe a button on the back that sparks.
Well, that's how Brunt, the female that I got, the tank, you hit a little button and the Energon armor comes out of her back, but it doesn't take away from the transformation. But
well, I'm thinking like, you know, the monster bots, they used to push a button and they would have sparks coming out of their mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Because
I wouldn't be surprised if
Cinder,
there's like,
remember that G1 Cindersaur I was showing off that was in fact, a G1 Spark bot.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it has some sort of like flashlight type feature where you push a button a few times and it charges it up.
Yeah, that could be.
I could see them doing that. I could see them doing that before having to add batteries.
yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about. I just grabbed mine. He's talking about these guys here. This happens to be Cindersaur. G1 Cindersaur. Yeah. But this Starscream isn't too bad. Hey, at least he's got knee. That's better than the warrior class one ever did.
He's got blue legs.
Yeah. And he's got, he's evidently been hanging out with Green Lantern because look at all this.
Right.
Look at all this. And because he was hanging out with the Green Lantern, he thought Cyclonus ears. Why not? Because look, Cyclonus ears. Now, if you've seen the Megatron is a little bit better because it has Galvatron for his spark armor or Energon armor or whatever the hell it is. Yeah, I do think it is a light up feature in the chest because look at that. It's pretty bright.
Yeah.
That alt mode though, man. This alt mode. Wow, what were they thinking?
Good Lord, he is straddling his own cockpit.
Hey, it has landing gear. That's more than we can say for Earthrise.
He's traveling in his own cockpit.
He is straddling his own cockpit.
I didn't notice that until you said it. He sure is. Look at that.
That's hilarious. ACP's the one that said it.
And he has a black thing coming out of the bottom of it. I mean, this is like that's worse.
This is his tail or whatever. Starscream has a tail now, apparently.
Yeah, we'll call it his tail. We'll call it his tail.
We'll call it his tail. Yeah. Now, here's what I was talking about. Look at that Galvatron-esque, armor that's going on there. It's got a nice green scythe. Kind of reminds me of the Gundam's size, from the Gundam kits.
Did they get slime?
Yeah. Yeah, from the Death Scythe from Gundam Wing.
Well, they are doing Ghostbusters now, Kato. So, I mean, yeah.
I don't like this Megs. I'll be honest. I like his cannon though. Now if that's removable, I would buy the toy just to have this, so I could put it on the other Cyberverse one. I mean, look at that.
That's kind of what I'm doing with the Earthrise Prime because that cannon looks far superior to it.
His base.
Or Earthrise Megatron. I think I said Earthrise Prime accidentally.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You know it.
I'm sorry, I failed you. I failed
I like this cannon. I like this cannon. I'll be honest. Most of the Megatron tank ones, except for the Ultra class one that they had, was disappointing. And that's. I'll be honest. They have been. I just saw one of these at my Walmart yesterday. Yesterday, and I was like, nope. I do like he's got. He look at all this kibble. I mean, wow! Look at all that. you know,
The
I usually
Megatron tank
don't-
looked awesome though.
Yeah, the tank looked good. I just don't care for this. You know, I wish there was something to cover this up right here and here. You know, something there. Still, it looks good. It does. The robot mode looks decent. Okay. The armor is I like gimmicks. So does ACP. You know, could be cool.
You know what
I
would have been a
think-
good gimmick?
What?
A better looking robot.
Yeah.
Welcome, Steve. Welcome, Hida. That's right.
Yeah, I have to admit that's. I mean that's a hot mess of oh good lord.
I mean, they could have just packaged a figure, made a figure of a dumpster, and then press a button and the fire comes out of it and put it in a package. I mean,
I mean,
that would
look,
have sold more than
insult
this,
mode
right?
here.
I mean, it's gonna probably.
You know, this is based on his season 3 appearance, and it looks good. Okay, it looks good, right? It's just when you this this does not look so good.
He had to bulk up. He's been, he was a scout, and he's like, you know what, I want to eventually become a Voyager or a Deluxe, but hey, I'm going to like eat my Energon and buck up.
Well, he's done that. I mean, it's. Look, I have seen worse figures with more kibble than this has. Okay, we've all
Neither one of those. Neither one of those modes look good.
Really?
No, they don't. It's got a Fifth Element taxi vibe to it.
That looks actually, pretty good. Yeah, this reminds me of something you'd see in, I don't know, pick a sci-fi movie.
A bar of soap.
A bar soap.
It's going to be a Dial exclusive or a Lever
I'll tell you what
2000
this reminds
exclusive
me of. This
Transformer.
reminds me of a few vehicles I saw in the Fifth Element movie.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's a Fifth Element taxi. So
Yeah, there you go.
it still won't look good. And hi to Ida in the chat.
This one I would buy just for those cannons, because look at this mess. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I love Cyberverse toys, but this is a hot mess. I mean, look at this. This is horrible. This is horrible.
You know what's so bad about this is that Megatron has now become the one that Hasbro does not want to create a new mold for. All they did was retool this, like from the one that I got that broke the day I got it out of the package with the ball and chain that's on a string. And then you've got the Earth Rods. It's just a retooling of the Siege. Poor Megatron is getting no love.
No, definitely not in this toy anyway. I mean, look, is this just got this
looks
huge
like,
gap up front?
It looks like a tree trimmer.
Yeah, it does.
Well, Steve Evans in the chat was saying that the Bumblebee looked like the front. It's from Blade Runner as well. So the Bumblebee one, but
Yes,
this Megatron,
I
I don't know, man.
Blade Runner.
The cannon is the coolest part of this toy. I'm telling you. And if that's
I mean, it looks
removable,
badass if it didn't have that crap around it.
oh.
I mean, why can't the Earthrise one had 2 cannons? That would have been pretty neat too.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Hey, maybe this is removable. It is.
So now we're
removable.
buying figures just for their accessories. We're not buying them for the figures
because
anymore.
you could see where it's pegged in right here. You can see where it's pegged in right here, and I'm assuming on both sides because there's the peg. So I'm assuming it pegs in from both sides. So that is removable. The only reason you buy this is so you can, stick it on another Megatron toy. If it has a 5mm peg, because this obviously has a 5mm port. It goes onto a peg. So look at the star screen. Now,
I do think the front. I was going to say, I think the front of the tank looks like it's from Fall of Cybertron Brawl, like his tank mode.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Has like little pincers kind of thing.
Yeah. I kind of like the Starscream alt mode here. This alt mode looks pretty cool if it wasn't, for his feet sticking out right there, If those were a little flatter or something, maybe. I mean, this looks kind of cool, It reminds me of something from one of those 80s, space shooter games.
Reminds me of the
like Black
Batman from Batman.
The question is, how does it fit in? Like, because obviously they have Earth modes and stuff now on the cartoon. Why are these looking more Cybertronic?
Well, have you seen season 2, Kato?
No, I haven't.
Oh, that explains it.
Okay, because
Okay.
we can tell you why. Do you want me
I
to
don't
tell you
care.
why?
Tell me.
Because
You're not going to spoil
Okay.
that show. I can promise you that.
So they, at the end of season 2, they're heading towards Cybertron, and the Decepticons have already space bridged ahead of them, so they're waiting for them, and that's how that season gets to. Because that's why they adopt these modes, I guess, for more mobility. So, but that's why it's kind of like a reverse siege, right? Like they leave Earth and go to Cybertron.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I dig this. Sure, it's a little blocky, but I dig this. I do. One, it's a hammerhead Cyber Shark. If any of you collect the Beast Wars, you should remember Cyber Shark. Cyber Shark was originally, this hammerhead shark.
Hammerhead shark,
Yeah, and this is, they don't have a name for him here. But
I think it's Hammer Strike.
Yeah, Hammer Strike.
Yeah, yep. I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
I agree with Hida Tarasi.
And Hammer Strike was, I believe, originally a Beast Machines character.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now I am not happy with that Grimlock.
Neither am I.
That's an iguana instead of a T-Rex.
Yeah.
The robot mode looks pretty good. It's his dinosaur mode. Look at that. It's a mess.
Now, do you think they should have given him a different alt mode on Cybertron? Because does that make sense there?
Well, this is from
the Lightning Strike Coalition.
This is the deluxe, the Build-A-Figures. So these are still based on Earth. Oh, the crown does come off his head. Okay, all right, I can live with that then.
You're like, oh, okay. The only reason I would buy this version of him is so I could get the Build-A-Figure, because I would like to have McAdam. I would love to have a McAdam figure. Ain't nobody else done a McAdam. Only place you're ever going to get him is through the Cyberverse line. So if you like McAdam as a character, guess what? You got one choice, and that's Hasbro. Deal with it.
I can't wait to show that image to Nikki of Hot Rod. He's
very red, though. Now that I think about it,
this doesn't.
Hot Rod is very red.
Yeah, and he's burning. I mean, he's on. Why would you want to be in a car that's literally on fire? I mean,
that's why he's a hot rod.
I kind of like his head sculpt.
Yeah, I think Hot Rod would better if his hood had been painted yellow or orange.
Wait a minute. Look at how thin that tire is right there. That's a pop-up tire. Is that? Oh, okay. So it's just painted black on the outside. Okay. I was like, what?
I don't see paying $20 just to get the Build-A-Figure part. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like this is again, it's a step backwards from kind of the first part of the little Cyberverse ones they had.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is Thunder Howl, not to be confused with Thunder Hoof.
I do like this one. This one looks very interesting.
Oh yeah. Now his character on the series is. I like his character in the series. So for those of you who haven't seen season,
I'll definitely.
I like him. I dig him.
Yeah.
I dig him. I don't know what's going on with your head there, buddy.
Who is this? Is that Bumblebee?
Yes.
Jeez. No. Oh God, and that's Pancake Bumblebee.
He works at IHOP now.
That alt mode looks pretty good.
The what?
The Bumblebee alt mode looked pretty good.
Yeah, it's decent. I wish these wheels had more, a little more paint on them.
But
that's okay.
To be fair, so far the renders that they've shown have not looked as good as the figures they've shown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even in Earthrise, the Earthrise renders did not do justice to the Earthrise figures they showed. The Alicon looked way better in real life than it did in the render.
That's true.
I still I like the Cyberverse line. I do. I really like it. I do.
I do too. I mean, that's why I keep picking them up, and but it's like what I said to Nick. I said I'll be doing the same thing with the Cyberverses. I'll be cherry picking it. I won't be.
Yeah, Wolfatron, I'm still here. I'm hiding behind Dark Conan's words.
That's because I've never took him off the screen. There we go. There's something. There's something new to read. Here's something new to read. There. I got distracted. Sorry, Kato. Anyway, look at this. Look at this awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
Freaking beautiful. Now here's what's gonna happen. This toy, everybody needs to go pre-order it right now on Walmart.com because everybody who didn't get a Skywarp is going to be buying this to be their Skywarp, even though it's hot link. Because that black is black, jet black. It's not charcoal gray like
and that's why I want it to be my
Skywarp was, yeah. So they're gonna scrape it, they're gonna take that purple paint off, paint his forearms and whatever. But that's what people are going to be doing. So this is going to be a super hot commodity item, and I don't think Walmart's going to be able to keep it in stock.
That's what I want. I want him for my Skywarp.
You're not getting him.
No.
Oh, he's going to get him.
No,
he's going to get him.
I'm done with Siege repaints.
I'm not gonna get that set.
I got them all. I got them all pre-ordered. I got multiples of Hotlink. I got multiples of the secret Ultra Magnus, which I'm hoping is going to be the Diaclone Ultra Magnus colors and probably includes a rung or something like that.
I did pre-order that.
This is my deal, right? Like, I love the Siege figures, and so I'm all in on these again. Even if they're repaints, it's just, I don't know. It's just something about
looks really good. I don't blame you for that, Megs. He looks really good. I walked past a 35th anniversary Megatron. Didn't even blink. I was like, "Oh, there's one," and walked past it because it didn't interest me. Doesn't interest me. But I got to tell you what, the seed, this right here, I would grab. If I saw one, I would grab one because look at those colors. It just looks better.
In the store, if I see them in the store, I may grab them. But I did get I did pre-order the mystery box there. I'm hoping something cool is in there. I'm thinking
it could be a DVD, could be box art, could be art itself. It could be an art book, could be a storybook. Who knows?
I think it's going to be an Ultra Magnus, like we saw in the trailer. So he'll have a cowl on, like we saw in the trailer. But I think there's going to be another figure in there. I think it's a 2-pack.
It could be Optimus Prime because we haven't seen
exactly
Netflix Optimus Prime.
That's my guess. My guess is Ultra Magnus and Optimus Prime.
So what if it's
or
Orion Pax, or not Orion Pax? I'm sorry. What if it's the Galaxy Upgrade Prime?
Well, I was just thinking the same thing you said. I think it could not be Ultra Magnus at all. It could be Orion Pax and Prime, or it could be Ultra Magnus and Orion Pax. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could be Elita 1.
Or it could be Elita 1. You're exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Nero says it's Ultra Magnus with a cape.
That's what I think. That was my first guess. But I think there's something else.
Give us pictures, too. Nero. We need pictures.
Nero says, sorry, it's been leaked. It's going to be Ultra Magnus with some Battle Masters.
Yeah, could be. Well, if you watch the trailer, Ultra Magnus is walking through there. Ultra Magnus with Battle Masters. All right. Yeah, I'm down with that. And that makes sense because the other 3 packs are somebody with 2 Battle Masters. But I think it'll be the Ultra Magnus with the cape and cowl that we see walking in the trailer. And then a couple of Battle Masters.
Oh no! This means the Old West has invaded the Transformers franchise with Siege, Ultra Magnus, and what's his name from Cyberverse? Wild Wheel.
Oh, the cowboy one.
Yeah, Wild Wheel.
Yeah.
Check out the metallic blue on this guy. On Crap Face's, Larkin and I like to call him Crap Face. It's Scrap Face, but we call it Crap Face. That's what we call it. Larkin and I both said Crap Face. That's his new name, and I'm sticking to it. crap
Would you
face.
buy?
And his,
would you
and
buy
his brother
3 of those
face
again?
crap.
Would you buy 3 of
Would
those
you
again
what?
that have? Would you buy 3 of those again that have that paint scheme on the camera?
Not me.
I did.
I got Nikki the 3 that she likes. I showed her that one, and she's like, "Eh." I was like, "It's a new character." She's like, "Eh." So yeah, I mean, it's a Doctor Who. When he transforms, that's not a shell. I guess that's that's the reason why they give us that other shell for Cyberverse, because they try to pass that off as a shell.
So I've always seen this alt mode as, and it's in the Ultimate Doom. The Generation 1 episodes we were supposed to review, or we're going to review Saturday. That was when they talk about, like, we got to get those watchdogs off our tail, and you'll see these reflector colored vehicles that start following Trailbreaker and Wheeljack, and so that's what I see that vehicle as, like a little hover car kind of deal with, if you take off the gun, right, it looks makes a little more sense. But I've always seen it as that, because that's a nod to the Cybertronian mode reflector in a way. But other than that, it's just more cannon fodder to have to get shot at and put in your display.
Honestly, I'm digging the colors here. I'm digging. Look, again, I love these, the reds, the whites, the metallic blues. Put a star there, and it could be Captain America for all I know. I mean, I'm just digging this. I love the way these colors are popping in the light here. It just, yes, it's actually the same darn figure. I only have 1 reflector. I don't have 3. So, to get another of these, chance to get another one, 2 of these guys, I'm down for it. Because I do like it. I do like it. I love these metallic blues. That deep red there on the chest.
It does remind me of Smokescreen, though.
Yeah, Endpoint said, "Is that smokescreen colors?" Well, he's right. It does. Kind of like a baby blue here or something going on. I don't know. I love the way those colors are faded in. Check that out. That's nice.
Yeah, they did a good job on some really cool repaints on this. The Sideswipe repaint looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And that's when I'll definitely be getting this Sideswipe one. And when you see that, it's kind of like, well, if you could do it this way, why didn't you?
And that Mirage too.
Yeah.
So I want to say that, like, this is expensive for them to do this kind of paint work, because they put Battleware on the first part of it, right? And you know how many people complained about it, right? But there were more people that liked it because of the war aspect, we'll say, in that respect. Right. And so now they're just like, okay, well, people didn't like it as a mainline, we'll offer it as an exclusive, and Walmart's paying the bills for it. So they could kind of go all out on this sense, because they already made all their money off of the molds, because we bought them all for 2 years.
Yeah. I like this hound. I already have that. I love the hound I have, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love it. I like the look of this guy, too. Look at Hot Link there.
Is there changes in his tampographs, though? Like that Autobot symbol, is that on Hound's hood like that? On the left side or the right side?
I think so. I don't have mine nearby to say for sure.
It is. The only thing I see that's different is that this is a lighter green.
Yeah, it looks more like a army green than
it does. Yeah,
that yellow here, it doesn't seem very well put on, because you can see the green underneath it, or maybe that's deliberate.
He does have the logo there, so it's in the same thing.
Yeah.
The same one.
Yeah. I don't have mine nearby, so I'll. Oh, yeah, Kato's got it. He's got it.
I like that Haida in the chat. I can't say the last name, but Tarasi, Haida Tarasi. She says, I was so focused on whether I could, I never stopped to think whether I should in order to make these battle damaged figures.
No silver on his. Yeah. Still, it's not bad. Like he's deliberately missing color here, because he's been through hell, and so his color's obviously been faded off, deliberately here, and I think it works. I do. I think it works. Like, he still has the nice star emblems there, That's pretty cool. I dig it.
Me, or does it look a little bit like Age of Extinction Hound's paint job?
Yeah, about the same color, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
No, the Age of Extinction is lighter actually than that.
Hey, Kato turned into a Crimson Raptor.
Come on, I was having fun with it.
Too late. Too late.
But do we think the Decepticon that's Mirage?
That Decepticon Mirage?
Yes.
Because that's what they're calling him. Is Decepticon Mirage.
Yeah, when they were doing the presentation, they said Decepticon disguised Mirage.
Yep.
Okay, I missed
Decepticon
it.
disguise Mirage. He's undercover.
Yep.
Which
And it-
Haida says Hound, the Saving Private Ryan, or Saving Private Hot Rod edition.
a nice segue.
According to the trailer, it might be the Saving Cog edition because they're saving
he
Private
did.
Cog.
He did.
He in pieces.
There's a good segue here for Mirage being undercover, and that is I'm about to go to sleep and get under the covers. So,
well, there you go.
Aw.
I think
Thanks for
We
joining
appreciate you joining us, Kato.
And thank you a lot. It really means a lot,
Well,
man.
I'm glad you got to see me, even though you hid me behind banners all night.
It's not my fault you were low on the totem pole there. In the way you joined, that is.
Well,
let me clarify there.
it's my fault because I tried to be funny and go away when ACP got here. He would be the one down here.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
I just got one up on you.
I just got, yeah.
So ACP, are you going? Are you guys going to Florence?
Yes.
Apparently, there's 2 cons going on when I'll be out of town that I won't be able to go to. The South Carolina one in Greenville and another one. There's another one that I won't go to, but I will be going to Florence.
Yeah, to the PowerCon.
March 14th.
Yes, March 14th. Yeah, we'll be there.
And then I'll go to GalaxyCon in June or July.
I think it's
can
July.
go.
I think it's July.
I think I'll be there too.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Hey, and just because I'm here, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to promote myself. That's rude.
No, do it.
No,
do
now
it.
you got
Do it.
now you got to tell us. Yeah,
Nope.
Do it. Do
You
it.
guys have
especially
a
with that
wonderful night.
Wolverine attack.
Oh God,
Megatron.
No banner can hide you now.
he's drinking the dew off the mountain.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag living the
We will
dream.
never
Hashtag
sponsor.
living the-
Yeah, I will never be sponsored. I don't see that being a thing. This is weird. This is odd. Get me away from here. Nobody wants to see this.
This is the new NinjaBill, folks. This is the
That's
new
the new
NinjaBill.
Ninja Bill. Oh crap! I don't have anything to custom. Oh, you know what, Ninja Bill? Hang tight. I'm glad you did that.
It's Kato-san.
So far,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
got
That's
a head
wrong.
sticker behind here. Fixed the mirror.
And that's using the Molotov pin.
Yeah, fixed this mirror. I don't know if you remember Ninja Bill. It was
bad,
bent.
pretty bad.
Put some heat on that. I actually just stuck a lighter under it for like a half second. So the chrome is coming through all right, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yes.
it's beautiful.
I went in and added so all the rivets I chromed. If you can see that.
Wow. That is awesome.
So I chromed all the
What
little.
does that do again?
That's Rhino.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just not. I've never really been a fan of masks, so I don't remember what the
Oh.
semi does.
I got a spot. I got to clean that up right there.
Oh, well, he wants to know what the actual vehicle does. It transform into a weapon thing?
Oh,
It's base.
command center and a command center and a little roller attack vehicle thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, okay.
So you
That
get
thing is
the
huge.
That logo, nice.
command
Very
center.
nice.
Yep.
So I've
Now,
got.
are you going to be replacing the stickers inside too? Because most of those were pretty
No.
immaculate.
Those are in too good a shape for me to try to mess with that. They look too good. there's more of a chance that I could mess that up than fix it. But I do have eventually. I've got the satellite coming.
Nice.
I've got this canopy piece here because this whole thing comes off and it's like almost like a roller, like Prime's roller. And I re-chromed all the wheels. There you go.
Very cool.
I can scrape most of this excess. I can still scrape off. So don't.
Yeah, well, those are rubber tires, so it should be
Yeah.
fairly easy to do.
And let's see what else.
And the rubber was in good condition.
Oh, yeah,
I have a
those
lot
are
of people
great.
complain about it, and the rubber on mine, the one I sent you, but now it's yours, not mine anymore, was in good condition.
Yeah, it's in great shape. But I've got the satellite coming. I've got this little canopy coming, and I have both original figures coming with masks.
Nice.
I hope the G.I. Joe line does really well and that we get a mask line coming back out. That's beautiful.
So I've got to do a few finishing touches on it. But yeah, I wanted to show you that I was working on it. I'll do another. I took some before pictures, and I'll do another video eventually. But I still got some. I'm going to let this chrome sit a little longer.
Yeah, you got a problem with Multel Chrome is you got to let that thing sit and cure for like 2-3 weeks.
I've got this cleaned off well enough to put the new sticker on it back here. And what else? What else do I have? I did a little extra chrome work. I got carried away with the chrome pen because I enjoyed it so much.
It's easy to do.
Yeah.
You're gonna chrome you're gonna chrome anything on the under chassis?
I don't know.
The underside?
I thought about it.
Because if they have molded
You
detail
can
on there.
see I started there with the with the hogshead and everything, trying to chrome some of that. So I may do some of the chrome under there. But yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I didn't want you to think I was forgetting about it. But yeah, so I've got a couple figures coming for it. I think with masks. I'm not sure. So before long, it should be 100% complete. But I think it's looking all right. No,
I knew.
Yeah, it looks
giving
great.
it to you was giving it to a loving home, and that's why. And I knew you wanted one because like you mentioned it in previous videos when we talked that you'd always wanted one, and I was like, oh well, I have one.
You sent, I can't remember his name, but I think he originally went with Boulder Hill. This guy, because Bruce Sato came with Rhino, I think, but I've got him coming, and yeah. Here's all the sticker pack I have for it, but I'll only be using the exterior stickers here. The rest of them seem to be all right, and then the
grill
sticker, the grill. So yeah, coming along.
Awesome.
And it's got a place of honor. Got a place of honor. It's hard to here. Let's see. One sec. Go back to me real quick, NinjaBill.
Now he's addicted.
Wow. That looks really good.
Boop. On that note,
Tarn combiner. Got IDW hot rod. What's next to IDW hot rod?
next to IDW hot rod is gives you a
On
better
the right side.
look at my figure. I
That's not what he said.
have a figure of a middle-aged man. You asked what this was?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Actually, I don't remember. It's 6 Night. 6 Night.
Oh, it looks like is that a KO of like Great Shot or something? Or is it not a KO?
It's a third party of 6 Shot.
Or Quick Switch?
Oh, okay.
It's Autobot
switch?
Yeah,
rather than
yeah,
a
you're right. I
Decepticon.
think Tia Fingy's right because that does have quick switches.
Quick switch weapons.
I corrected myself. Quick switches guns.
TFN Geek is
But
spot
he's
on.
blue.
He's right.
I think it's 6 Night.
Yeah, it is
Let
Six
me-
Knight because that's what Six Knight was in the G1 line. He was a blue
Yeah.
Reaper with a quick switch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's Six.
So he's 6 Shot's younger brother, right?
He is. Let me make sure I got it right. Yeah, Fans Project, Night, which is 6 Night,
Mhm.
and here it's an older Fans Project bot that I saw at a toy store that I picked it up, and it has a pretty good robot mode. Like I really, hey Sentinel Bay, I was just talking about you, sort of.
Yeah.
His
You're gonna have to
alt
watch Sentinel Bay. Actually, you might be able to answer the question about the Rhino.
oh yeah, he's the one helping me out with the other parts.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, robot mode looks all right. All of the alt modes of this thing are hot garbage.
You're welcome, Sentinel.
Sentinel Bay. Yeah, you did miss the mask part. Here, I'll show Sentinel Bay. He is the mask aficionado. Here you go, Sentinel Bay. It's coming along. Dan. There you go. I bet Kato is the leader of the Rejecticons. That is not the case. We have no leader.
Oh,
You're our
they had
leader.
revealed on a live
Although they
stream.
may- Although they may be leaderless, they are not rudderless.
That's right. We are, most of the time, I'm motionless, if that matters.
Yeah, but Kato, you said that Sardo was the one that was the leader because when he was on the live stream, it looked like he was in an evil lair with those new lights he's got.
Well, I said Sardo was the leader because he's the jerk that convinces us to buy everything.
Well, that's true too.
I didn't know what figure. Nero said the figure that held up didn't come with Rhino. I didn't know
No.
who it was. It was inside Rhino when I sent it. When I, said okay, I'm going to send it to him. So I just left it in there. Bonus.
Yeah,
There you go.
I learned that from Den from Sentinel Bay. He was like, hey, I think that's the guy that he knows way more than I do, or remembers way more than I remember. He came with
Next time I see it, I'll sign it for you because it looks like me.
yeah, it does. That's what I said. I think I said that in the original when I originally unboxed it. It's this is my official ACP action figure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna repaint. I'll repaint the beard, and this will be my official ACP figure.
That's hilarious. It does look like ACP.
ACP. I'm going to need you to cosplay this when we go to Florence.
Oh, I could do that. I actually got an outfit like that.
Yeah, you could do that.
Wait a minute.
I say
Does
do it.
ACP work for Mask?
He can't tell you if he does.
Alex Sector. Yep. Neuro is right. That is who it is. Alex Sector.
Yep. So Den, in his infinite kindness, has decided to help me finish this rhino out with one of the 15 rhinos that he's found over the last year.
Or more. I've been watching his videos so much, and I just can't get past how much awesome mask stuff. I mean,
It's so
I think
good.
he has almost the entire line.
Yeah, he blames me for it.
Oh, do you, Den? Come on now, Den. Come on now. Be honest. You just love it. That's okay. You can admit it.
I was looking all around for that name of that robot, and I've still got the manual right here. Function X6 Night. Well, I forgot that I had those too. Huh.
Do-
I'm gonna set those.
Do what? Where? What?
I forgot that I had these. I always say that I don't like Super 7, but I did buy.
There you go.
Keeping them in.
And this is not the genuine article ACP that we have in the show with us tonight, folks, because the genuine article would love to have the Super 7 Optimus Prime, the 2 Optimus Prime, but this KO ACP KO here doesn't want it.
No, I don't want anything Super 7.
I don't want to give them my money. When they lost the rights to He-Man, I actually threw a little party for myself.
You don't like Super 7 either?
I do not. No, I do not.
Yeah. Low five.
There you go.
I do not.
No.
Yeah, I don't like them. I think the guy who runs that company is an asshat.
He is. Yes.
I've never met him, so I couldn't tell you.
You don't have to meet him. He's more than welcome to. He's more than willing to tell you what he thinks about many things. So I'll say the same to him. He's a shitbird. I don't like him.
Yeah.
And where I bought those from, where I bought those He-Man Super 7 figures from, I know that he'll never get a dime of it. So
Nice.
No, Den. No, you don't. No, you don't. No. Do not move here.
yeah,
Do not
Dan,
move here.
come on. You can move down here. Move in. You can
One
get an
of
apartment right
us.
near me. We can hang out all the time.
One of us. One of us.
One of us. One of us. Okay.
Start make hoo-ha-ha.
Really? Wow, Neuro. Gator, weren't you going to bed? See, this is how awesome we are. He can't go to bed. He can't. Now we are. Holy crap! I've been up for 3 hours and 11 minutes. Thanks.
I remember watching this in the beginning, and one of the first things NinjaBill said was, "I'm not going to be on here real long."
No, yeah, sure. Just throw that back in my face.
By the way, everyone in chat, subscribe to one another.
Yes,
absolutely.
And Hida, I will have to definitely subscribe to you. Not very familiar with your work, but I will be.
See you later, Sentinel Bay.
See you later,
yeah,
Sentinel Bay.
Haida has a really good video. I like Haida's video. Haida needs to make more videos like that. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. You'll have to go watch it.
Which one?
Which one?
No, just look at the uploads. I like the upload video. That one's a good one. Probably watch it without the significant other in the room.
You don't know. You don't know.
Or invite her, Kato, whatever you want to do.
Let's see. Oh, that's a thing that's happening.
Haida's like, uh-oh. You're going to get a whole bunch of views on that video for some reason.
I just thought too. So, I mean, yeah.
Be like, the same 5 people keep watching this video. What's going on?
There you go, Hida. I subbed.
And they're still in their live stream.
I'm just pulling up his YouTube channel.
Oh my
now.
God. Hey, everybody. Just
Yo.
look real quick. Look, I'm Sentinel Bay. Hey, I'm making a face.
You're making a weird
Hey.
face. The hand is what sells it, right?
You don't have this cool accent.
Oh, there you go. This is what Kato's currently saying. Or I should say, Den down there is currently saying this.
Yeah. Arc Hasbro for releasing Siege and the show deco. that everyone has bought. First releases. Just another hashtag.
Oh man, that's weird. I don't even see that in the chat because it's. I guess it must have got flagged to not be in the chat. So I guess only you can see it, NinjaBill.
No, it's right there on the screen. It should be.
Well, it's on the screen, but it's not in the chat though, because it probably has cuss words on it.
I don't know. I didn't censor it. I didn't censor
Does anybody else see it in the
now I
chat?
look weird.
There you go, Hida. You're got a lot of nice Gundam videos. I'll say playlist.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
There you
That's
go.
why we subscribe.
There you go. So who we? Oh yes, there's that Megatron once again because he looks awesome.
Wolverine attacked him.
Yeah. How do you? Oh yeah, the claw. I get it. Yeah. I love these colors. Look at the silver coloring he has.
They took a Molotov pen to him.
Well, it looks like a metallic silver.
They stole their idea.
I just hope they fixed his head. It looks like they did fix his head. Isn't that a different? Right there at the.
Isn't this from that generation, that Hero Megatron sculpt? The head sculpt from the Hero Megatron? No, I guess not, because that would be.
That one has little ports on his eyebrows, or his temples or whatever. Yeah. But this one, this is still Siege. So, but this is what was on the floor though. So this is different than what the render showed, because the rendered made him look like he had the Cyberverse Megatron head, or a Cyberverse inspired Megatron head.
Yeah, the first release was uncolored plastic. Every release that came after the first Megatron release is better than the first Megatron release, and they're all mediocre.
The sad thing is that out of all the Megatrons that's come out in 2019 and also 2020, the one that's been the best one that I've seen is the one that comes from the Build-A-Figure Megatron.
Well, I'm pissed that they still haven't fixed these forearms on this Megatron. It's something simple. We don't have no wrist articulation, so it's just like, why did you not fix the forearms? Like that's the main thing I would like to have fixed.
Yeah,
but instead I have to.
Did they fix the head?
They still could have had the flip out fists as they show here, but they could have added. Well, no, because that's a panel right there, isn't it?
Well, they could. So here's what they could do, right? Redesign that forearm and use the Siege Starscream. Use that flip up panel, fold out the fists and stuff, fold the panel back down, and just do that. Like, I mean, if they do Soundwave, right? Because we haven't seen a new Soundwave yet, so just fix those forearms. I don't know. There's simple thing. I get it. Like the Japanese designer that does that, right? Like that engineer, like that's his signature, right? It's a badge of honor for that engineer in Takara, but we don't care about that. We don't care about your badge of honor. We want a toy that looks nice in that robot mode at the least.
Yeah, but this does look nice. It's got even some painted detail. He looks nice. I gotta tell you, he looks nice.
Yeah, I will get that version of Megatron probably before I think about getting the Earthrise Megatron, because I think the Earthrise Megatron looks like Cyberverse Megatron.
And it's both crap.
And it's crazy because it's the same basic mold, just kind of redone, right?
Yeah, it's retooled slightly, but this just looks amazing. This really does.
It reminds me of was it Titan's Return that had a metallic version of Megatron as well?
Combiner Wars.
Combiner Wars.
Yeah, and this one here, I could see me getting this one and letting it replace the one from the Siege line, and not even get the one from the Earthrise at all.
Yeah, I just dig it. I can't really tell. Is that more red on the side or? Yeah, nice. It should have some red down here too.
Yes. Yeah, because the 35th has that, and Haida mentions, he's Megatron. He still sells with subpar designs because his gimmick is Megatron.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But he definitely needs some red down here, you know, for more of that G1 throwback. But some red down here would have been nice.
In
But
my
otherwise,
opinion,
Now I can't tell. Did they paint his elbows all the way red all the way around?
looks like
Or
sure
no,
looks
because it looks like the bottom of that
no,
tank.
no, look,
nope.
look. It's just part
yeah.
of the front.
So they still left that out then because they fixed that on the 35th. They gave him red abs and they gave him or red side or red love handles and they gave him red elbows, but not on this one.
Yeah,
Weird.
all throughout, Megatron has been probably one of the weakest bots in the whole Siege line outside. There's a few exceptions. Chromia blows, 8 faces, kind of aggravating.
Say that to her face. I dare you. I dare you. Say that to her face.
I'm afraid Ironhide will come after me.
So Nero says that he likes the 35th one, but he says he needs red on the inner leg. So for the cartoon, Megatron didn't have red. That's the comic. The Marvel comic had the red on the inside, and a lot of Pat Lee art has red.
Well, the G1 toy had red on the inside too. So
right, yeah, because they're all inspired from that toy, but the cartoon didn't have it, so that's why they were trying to go for more cartoon colors.
Yeah,
you know, he had red on the inside of his arms, red on the inside of his legs. I mean, so you know, it was one of those situations where you know he had a lot of red, you know, like inside the legs there.
And I'm kind of okay with the red on the shoulders. You know, like almost like they're like flashlights on his shoulders.
Well, see, like I don't get the red on those upper forearms near the elbow either because the G1 didn't have it. It had it on the inside of the forearms, but not the actual around the elbows. So when you were talking about this right here, the G1 didn't have this. He had red on inside of his forearms here. Now, if this was all red, that'd be very G1, you know. And if it was red here, that'd be very G1. But that right there still looks good. But I see what you're saying too. If they're gonna do this, why not go all the way around?
Yeah. I mean, they did it with the 35th, so I'm confused why they're skimping on. They did an amazing job on everything else, painting this up, got the tampograph of the Wolverine attack, but they still missed the red button there next to the 2 blue buttons on his little ab, and then they still don't do the 35th anniversary paint scheme. So I'm kind of confused, especially since it's a Walmart exclusive. So.
Oh, there you go. But unlike
35th was a Walmart, so
yeah, unlike the 35th one, this one I think has a better paint job. As far as the the metallic silvers, because that looks like metallic silvers on this guy. So still, I like it. I dig it. Overall, even with the minor complaints, like Chromia, I saw her figure once and I never picked it up, and I kind of regretted it. But at the same time, this looks pretty good. I still don't care for the old mold, but that's just me. Man, I just crap face here.
You don't like Chromia's alt mode, but you like that Cyberverse Bumblebee's alt mode? They're almost the same thing.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Blue and yellow.
All right, I am going to leave this time. I'm tired of you people.
Yeah, I think I'm going to close down too. We've been here for 3 hours and 30 minutes now. For ACP, that's practically just a blink, and a hop, skip, and a jump. But
he's just getting started.
I know.
Yeah.
I got off my video game to come into this thing, and you're going to wimp out at 3 hours and 23 minutes. It's like, boom! I'm going to make you big.
You're not the boss.
Say that again. Say that again so everybody can see you. Tell me what a wimp I am because I gotta sleep. Anyway, I want to thank you guys a lot for joining me. Crimson, Tia Fangeek, KO, and ACP. Thank you very much. Everybody in the chat, Nero, Hida, Will when he was here, Optimus Wilbur reviews.
I missed Wilbur.
Everybody, Steve.
Yep, he was here early.
Yeah, he was here. Sentinel Bay reviews. Dan, appreciate you stopping by in your early morning there.
Don't forget Deluxe. Deluxe was here too, and Dark Conan.
I know. I was getting to him. You interrupted me. And Wolfatron reviews, Deluxe, Thor's was in here earlier. I was getting there. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Quick, before we go there, I want everyone to plug themselves real quick. We will start from the bottom and go up. That means you, Cato.
Oh my god!
Don't you plug me from behind.
Hi, I'm here to plug myself. I'm going to watch Hita's uploaded videos and plug myself.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Cato from Cato's Collection, formerly Cato's Toy Box, because I'm a coward and changed my name. You can find me, on YouTube at Cato's Collection, Instagram at Cato's Collection, Twitter. Don't find me there. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with Twitter. And on the T-Formers forums, Cato's Collection. You can buy T-shirts at my Teespring. Wink. I don't want to buy those. I made that
look
for
awesome.
me. I made me T-shirts for me to wear to cons. And you can find myself and Crimson Raptors, along with Input and ACP and Rolling Redneck Reviews, nearly every Saturday night that I'm not lazy and show up at the Tales from Teletran on Input's channel. And the Rejecticon. Shit, man, I don't know. All the flowers. Somebody else go.
That means ACP.
How can I follow
Plug
that?
yourself, ACP.
Oh, I do it all the time. No. Okay. Can't you feel this? Like, boom! I'm gonna put you like a. All I see is my face. At least. Oh wait! I almost ripped my mic down.
Don't be shy now.
I know. I am Auto Repair Primer. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I don't do Facebook, but apparently there is a Facebook. My wife takes care of that. Twitter, I'm like Cato. I don't know why I'm on Twitter, but apparently I found that on my phone this morning that I have Twitter.
See, I have Twitter too, and I barely use it. I haven't barely used it. I don't know why.
You can also find us at Tales from Teletran, like Kay just said, every Saturday, which is 10 Eastern, 9 Central. I can't do it as good as Input does because he's got like it memorized. You can also find me. I do ACP reviews on Anchor and I guess Spotify. I think it's Apple Podcast now. So those have also, and if you want to, I have a website, which I've been doing a comic strip for 15 years. Got to know a lot of great guys from Mad Magazine and everything. And so you can see a lot of that there. It's a new website. Our other website, we changed things. So we went from Bitter Tea Studios to now bitterteamedia.com. You can check that out. Or you can just type in The Arid Adventures and you can see everything that we've done. I think that's it. I'm good.
Chip and Geek.
Oh, well, thrust me into the spotlight, why don't you?
Okay, I did.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm TFN Geek. I don't like to use the internet too often, so the one place you will most definitely find me is right here on YouTube. I don't use Facebook, I don't use Twitter, I don't use Instagram. I do use Discord every now and then, but YouTube's the best place to reach me, so I try my best to review as many Transformers as I can. I've been collecting Transformers nonstop since the year 2003, and I just love everything about Transformers. And NinjaBill said I have to plug myself in. I'm trying to plug myself in, but the plug won't go into the hole.
I don't know. I don't want to know where you're trying to plug in at.
Crimson, go.
Don't do it, TFN Geek. Don't do it.
If it tingles, it's good. If it burns, it's bad.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Crimson, go.
All right. Well, I'm Crimson Raptors. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on the YouTube. So that's where you're watching us. So, of course, you got to have a YouTube. That's how you spell it, is at Crimson Raptors. Is crimson like the color, Raptors, Raptors. And you'll find some of my toy hauls and hunts I'll do on Twitter. I've kind of experimenting with putting those on Instagram. Seems to be getting a little bit of a vibe, but mostly you'll find really good photography because I got my shipment from Toy Hacks. That's toyhacks.com, a sponsor of our fellow YouTube reviewer, Patriot Prime Reviews. If you can find him as well. Got some more toy stages in from Toy Hacks, and I'm pretty excited about that. NinjaBill, where can I find you?
Oh, well, me, you can't find me anywhere because I'm a ninja. It's what I kind of do. I like hiding. So, no, seriously though, I am NinjaBill. Here on the YouTube is NinjaBill 1000. I'm also NinjaBill 1000 on the Instagram, which is a subsidiary of Facebook. And on Facebook, you will find me at Shinobi Biru. And on Twitter, I am at NinjaBill01. And apparently, I am also on Discord, although I'd forgotten, and it's just NinjaBill on Discord. So there you go. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Make sure you subscribe to every single body that is here in the show and in the chat. And that's about it. Gentlemen, thank you very much for spending your time with me.
Now y'all can come over to mine, and I'm going to do a live stream for at least 30 minutes.
Okay. So Kato, why don't you lead us out, Kato? Why don't you lead us out on an epic adventure?
I think did Kato leave?
That was